What's up, guys? Welcome in. This is Casey at the Guardian Oracle. How are you doing? As soon as you say I seen, hi Gary. Gary says, don't watch the clock. I was waiting for the time to come on because in all of my intros, all you hear is the tail end of 33. The rest is all cut off. So, anyways, for those of you, here we are. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Casey. I am a psychic medium. I am a intuitive. I am a starseed. I'm connected to the higher conscious realms. We all are. We all are. Some just choose to use it and not fucking lose it. Don't make me lose it. Not today. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. What's up? Who do we got in here? You guys are so always waiting on a woman. Huh? Always waiting on a fucking woman. Okay. I keep hearing that song. Crimson and Clover. Over and over. Okay, if you guys have been experiencing, why does it look like my, hold on, I'm gonna touch things. I might accidentally mess it up, so just hang on. Anytime I touch stuff when I'm on here, I'm like, hold on, let me answer the call, or ooh, I wonder what this is. Butterfly. I end up fucking it up. It cuts off. I have to start a new live. Do not collect $100. Do not pass go. If you guys have been experiencing some paranormal or very deep interconnectedness, well, one, clap your hands. Two, can you leave a heart? Put a heart on there because I cannot be the only one who's experiencing this stuff. Okay, that's not gonna work. I need to get a long stick lighter thingy, mabobber majiggy. Yeah, you know when you start having these awakenings or these experiences and you don't even know what the fuck to call them anymore. I don't know why. Gary, today I was thinking about you. And Jason, obviously. You know, I think we all do this like interconnected telepathy type sort of thing, you know. Where is Tay Tay? Has anybody seen Taylor lately? Hi, Constance. Hi, Micah. Hi, Jason. Hi, Carol. Jaga Cat. What's up, guys? All right, so we're getting on a new frequency. So I asked my son, short side note, because you guys know that Oracle sheds out here. I live on a farm. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey. I'm a general contractor. And I live on a ranch/farm in the middle of Idaho. Nowhere. It's cold as shit right now. It would feel like Wyoming. Like, it's cold. It's really cold here. No snow, really, but just that wind chill. I mean, frostbite, bad. So, I get in the hot tub. There's frost. I mean, it's so crazy. But for those of you that don't know, I live out in the middle of nowhere. So my shed is butthole cold. And butthole is going to come in another way because earlier I was channeling God's asshole. And it was the most... I was in such a deep meditation. And then God's asshole comes through. And then I stopped and I was like, you've got to be shitting me. Are we? I said, I am not channeling God's asshole right now. I'll have you know. Oh my gosh. You know, when you're connected to everything, you've got that secret communication with God's ass. Maybe that's what I should have named this reading instead, huh? Gary says, breakthrough today. Nice. Yeah. I don't even know, because I know when we start getting this read, it goes to so many depths. So many depths. And everybody's on a different level. And I don't even know if that's true anymore. You know, because sometimes I sit here and I question, you know, not the existence, but I'm breaking down from the material to the energy and how they work together. And these bandwidths of energy, like how are they formed, and then why when you mix them with the element it's expansive, you know. So you're starting, personally I'm starting to figure out well, it feels like it's so much to figure out, but it feels like I already know it. So the more I start to just kind of put myself out there and experience these new things, 22 as I say that, hey guys, thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. It really helps support the channel. So other people can get the message and we can stay in that algorithm, that flow. I'm hearing Sarah Jessica, Mark Anthony, and that was coming through there for a while. Finding peace and hope. And the time to expand and express is now, the divine says. You know, I remember making this card, and this is the first time I've seen it come out. A lot of you guys, you might be looking at your life right now thinking, and if you're wondering what this channel is about, it's about a lot of things. It comes out. I connect to the highest source, right? Because it's in my intention. My intention is always to bring forward a message or whatever it may be. Sometimes somebody just likes to hear me talk, you know, because it feels like they have a friend. The universe talks through all of us to others. So it's so important that when we express ourselves, other people are picking up on that dialogue and your pattern and your energy and your flow and your intention behind it. And sometimes your intention is, I want to say, so pure that you lose sight of the intention to where you actually slip into the state of just being, you know? And I think that is one of the most intrinsic depths we can go to in the human form, in this pattern we hold, because the emotions with the emotions to me, okay, they represent emotions. And I'm getting emotional. You know, I get passionate about it when I start feeling it, because it's one thing to think it, because we have a million thoughts that come in throughout the day, right? In and out, in and out. How we feel, how others make us feel, what happened, why did it happen, still trying to connect dots. And, you know, you get to this point where you start asking the universe, I'm working so hard, like, and I see the universe is just like, telepathy. Okay, let's just start with that. A lot of you do, you is and we are and we be. Yes, telepathy is coming online. I think if you straight up ask the person next to you, you could be feeling like, for those of you that know, you know, that yeah, the bandwidth's there, it's increased, it's times and doubled. Something great is on its way in time to release for new to come in. It feels like in the depths of questioning everything, it's like you grow closer to yourself. So if you're in hermit mode and you find yourself in these deep intrinsic connections, they come, they go. Some of you it's at night, some of you it's the stars, some of you it's just the way that it's energy. It's one thing to think about it, but when you start to feel it and it comes on you, you know, man, I've had a long road, or I never thought, you know, I look back 10 years and I'm like, I never thought I would ever be, I don't even want to call it spiritual. Like, I never thought I'd be this blessed to know something this great. As an addict and as somebody who has, man, I've traveled in all bandwidths of energy. Big, small, dark, light, every color. You know what I mean? My consciousness has been there. And it's like, just now am I on a sturdy piece of decking that I have built from the ground up, my own foundation, poured my own, you know, I picked my lumber, I got my own concrete, chose my season, and I'm building a foundation for something for me to sit on and watch the sun rise and set, if you will. I want to make sure it's got imperfections too, because I'm never going to get it all. We can't just get it all the time. But when moments come and you tap into that bandwidth that's a little bit bigger and a little bit more of information, you could be looking at a sunset and two birds fly by. And right before that, you could be thinking about your mom or a child, or, you know, how beautiful today was, as simple as it was. The depths and the beauty that you reached into through a plant, you know, walking and just like, wow, you know, the plant kind of looks like, or a tree in the bark, it's got a smiley face, or it looks like a huge vagina in the bark, you know what I mean? And you're like, that's so inappropriate, but still you connected with nature in a humorous way. We all have our own patterning, and I think it's about finding out that nobody's the same, and that's what's so great, is it's like, are you, you know, sometimes you just want to ask people you're around. You feel like you're having telepathy with them, and they'll laugh. You'll be saying something in your head, okay? You guys already know what I'm talking about. For those of you that know, that know. And this channel is not for everybody. I'm going to tell you that. This is not for the meek and the mild. This isn't for the ones that get into the deep thought and walk through the dark, shadowy door and discover, well, yeah, the fucking obvious first 7 steps that are in there, you know, that have to do with self-love or discovery or letting go of. Fuck, we're always going to be in that. We choose when we slip back and forth into those realms of the self. It's all of it is, it's always a choice because there's infinite possibilities. There's not a right or wrong. It's just about forming, finding connections, and it's like a discovery of a new way of entangling with oneself. It has a lot to do with, one, the magnificent being you are, because you are. Can we look back like 3, 4, 4.5, 5 years ago, guys? You beautiful souls in here. Valhalla Dragon, Hot Rod, Gary, Wade, Jace, Mariah, Alicia, come on. Look back in that time and space and look at now, how you're seated more in the soul. Even if you're just listening, you're still intentional. And we want to go back and talk about how important it is to have an intention to, above all, maybe not always know everything, but at least feel connected for the highest good. You're learning something about yourself, and at the same time, you're like, okay, then how can I use this for humanity? You know, we got cutting edge seekers in here, and I want to talk about that tonight because I had a very supernatural experience in the bathtub. Because we want to talk about free energy and the way that specific beings, and I want to call on us, you know, it's a galactic energy, okay? Because it has, you know, when you get on a trampoline and your hair, my hair, as soon as I got ready to start getting out here, I took my sweater off, and then I got out here and it's cold, so I put my sweater back on because my son didn't plug my heater in all the way. He plugged it in, the one that has 60 fucking outlets on it, a partridge in a pear tree, and it's got like one last spot over here. I said, buy the lamp. Plug it in, buy the lamp. The antler lamp. There's one lamp in here. There's a lot of lights, but there's one fucking lamp. And he puts it back on the opposite side of the room where it didn't belong, right? And it flips the little breaker in here. So it's cold as balls when I get out here. And I sent him a voice message on fucking Snapchat. And I said, hey, I'm coming back in from town. We got groceries. Just want to make sure you plug my shit in, because he wanted to go put a steer head on an old fucking saddle horse we had. So he had something to practice roping off of, right? Well, we're going to put the legs on it, but he worked hard on it, you know. So he popped my heater out into the shop in the garage so he could stay warm and work on it. He's 12. And talk about inventor's mind. So I'm like, my shit better be plugged in, homie, when I go out to do my stuff, because I don't want to be cold. I get out here, my coverall's already out here from the last time I was on here. I'm like, those things are fucking cold as shit. I said, I put my sweater back on. I'm like, we'll plug in the heater and we'll just get well on our way. But can I just point out like how everything has a meaning? And I want to talk about heat and cold with velocity. Okay, for those of you that aren't used to my channeling, we're gonna get on with the secret communications, okay? So, welcome in. Love you guys. Bethany. I don't know why it's called a C-Way. Galactic energy. Okay, thank you. So you know what? Now I was just seeking for my guide. I'm like, can you just reel me back in for a moment where we were a minute ago? Because I know I was touching on something that I really did like, and it meant a lot to me. I'm hearing sequential evidence. Energetic ties. Some are severed, some are melded together. I'm seeing like an alchemist twist the hair, like braid it, but it looks like I'm hearing the number 5. 5 different, it looks like a power grid, but it looks like, you know how power lines are. They braid the cable, right? But it looks like 5 of them come together. Today, I definitely thought I seen the place where souls go. Or some, you know. Like I've been there before. I've gotten to the top of the mountaintop, and right before, you know, I got to the top and seen the golden light, and it was like a rock, and I was traveling up it with a spy glass. You know, we've got some speakers and we've got some spies in here. So before I'm getting on, okay, because I jump around a lot, and it's for a reason. It's galactic. Because everything is encrypted, right? For those that have the patience, which is a crucial key here, some of us receive some intelligent communications most of the time throughout the day. sometimes we look at it so logically that we're not able to grasp the flow of energy, because creativity has no bounds. So when you get a little bit of a pink purple light and you try to capsulate it, it loses its natural form because it's no longer connected to the form in which it flows. You know, you cut off its source when you put the lid on it. So, oh, all right, Tangled. You guys watch that Disney show Tangled? She stole her. She was a queen, or she was going to be the queen. Okay, she was the princess in Tangled. And I don't know if it was the sister of the mom, but she didn't want to get old. She didn't want to age. So she takes this beautiful blonde girl, and she has a gift. Her gift is the same as that of a flower. And the flower keeps... it's a sacred flower. And it's way out in the forest, in the middle of nowhere where nobody knows. And only a few people knew about the sacredness of this flower. It was like complete molecular cell regeneration mixed with intention and an different energy that wasn't from this time and space, released in a fairy dust, whatever. I'm going to start writing books. Today I decided I'm like, I'm fucking writing a book. Because if I try to explain to anybody, it doesn't ever be the way I want it to be. So when I put it, I'm like, she's out there in front of a tiger. And that tiger hadn't eaten in 22 fucking days, and she was just about as hungry as this tiger's, for she hasn't eaten in 4 months. And you know, it's just about a survivor's journey. But then you've got also a wild animal out there, right, that seeks and travels the same path, and how we kind of become one with that, but connected at the whole. How it all works together. Secret communications as I say this. Like I said, this life's not going to be for a lot of people. Hi, Apple. I don't think it's ever quiet where I'm at. Rick? He says, I sit in the woods and I'm quiet. You know, sometimes I think the fact that we don't ask each other or communicate on that level of like, can you hear my thoughts? Because you know, if you say you're on the way to work and you're masons, right? You build schoolhouses all day long, and you don't ever say like, "Hey, I know this is gonna sound a little crazy. Maybe after a beer or two, you're like, can you hear my thoughts? You know, can you imagine breaking into this? We're on the cutting edge of technology right now, but it starts with one. You're gonna look a little you're going to have a lot of energy to you. You might scare a lot of people in some ways, and it's only because they're like, what the fuck? But you bring out this curiosity and wonder. Have you ever wondered what it's like to connect to other people or on a different level? Or, you know, and I think that's why we get stoned, drunk, fucking act out. We need drama in our life because it's an addiction to that. But when we have that connection, I feel like, and when I talk about connection, it's like seeing somebody at the core of what they gathered to be, what they're being. I don't know if this is even making sense to anybody, but I'm just going to continue to go in the flow, because I think at this point, not a lot of shit is going to make sense, and sense none at all, because that's the point of this transitional period. It's like, are you ready for, well, where nothing makes sense to your logic, but you do, I want to say, have the DNA, and DNA is, they're molecules and cells within our body. They regenerate every 8 hours. We're constantly being upgraded on new bandwidths and telecommunication and ways of healing. And just we follow these little thoughts or nudges. I should have a cup of fucking tea, you know? So you get in the kitchen and now you're feeling spicy because you haven't fucking had tea in a while. You wait in the living room reading a good book as you wait for it to whistle on the toot, toot. Your fucking tea's done. You're walking with your pinkies out because all of a sudden you're elevated, you know? Little did you know the pinky's out. It's not about being gay or fucking prissy or anything. It was like literally that was your antenna. You guys ever find yourself, look at yourself in pictures and don't look now, but yeah, have you guys ever done that? And look at your hands in pictures and you're like, why the fuck are my hands doing that? These are natural manifestation modes, you know, that people sometimes use. So I want to get back to using energy, because I was in the bath and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at indigo light, okay? So my own body is a power source. So then I bring in the water. And I've got like 8 placements in fucking Pisces and Cancer, okay? Some crucial ones in Scorpio, and I've got fire in Earth, you know. In the Virgo being my Earth, and some Taurus. Like, I have the most dynamic mix of elements, planetary movements, fucking space and time being galactic. I'm connecting all these things intuitively because I'm a fucking intuitive. I pick up on what I perceive as, in most time, people are like, oh, that's crazy. It's your first thought. Your first thought is always the one, right? We just bring in the other, oh, bullshit. Because ego comes in, it's like, no, I don't want that, or that's been over for years. And you're like, oh, it has it, because you're still carrying it and you're still thinking about it at this time, even as I'm talking about letting shit go. And this is like fucking 12 years ago. You know, it's like my. Yeah, it's like there's a mental block within the collective energy that says, okay, I did the healing, or I'm working through the healing, so what now? What does it fucking look like now? And I think it's like, okay, you're looking at what it looks like, but what does it feel like? Okay, now once you feel it and you can see what you're seeing, now sit in the seat of that. Some deep breaths, experience where your attention's flowing to. It's transcendental, right? It's a space where you allow the thoughts to come. On my car payment. What did Susie mean by that last week? 6 years ago. Somebody said something I heard again today. Orville Bacher fucking popcorn. I've been channeling that for how long tonight? My mom's like, can I get some theater popcorn? But she goes, don't get Orville Bacher. I hate that shit. And I was like, 3 months later, 3 weeks. I don't even know. I can't keep track of time anymore, you know, because I'm always in and out of it. Perhaps you guys feel that same way too. It's like, you know, when communications skip a bandwidth, or you're like, it's a replay. You might see some people, they have the same cycle. They come home from work, set down their bags, set down their keys, take a shit, scroll on their phone, come out for dinner, finally give you a kiss, have a drink, whatever. You laugh, you don't. You know what I mean? You have your niche. And you get so, it's like, there's got to be more than this in life. There is. So now you start to connect to it in different ways. So I guess what I'm talking about is if we're having these inner out-of-body experiences, it's like, what would make it an out-of-body experience? The fact that your perspective changes. It's an out-of-body. You become the observer of yourself, not only the thoughts you're having, how you're feeling, right? Because we mix emotions with, so we disconnect from the emotional part of it, but you can still see it and perceive it as those that are expressing emotions. It's about patterns, energy, and flow. We're so dynamic, so we're constantly switching back and forth between the humanism, DNA, which are codes that remember everything in our body, especially if you just got done working out or you were hiking, or so all of a sudden you get this flood of energy and you're like, whoa, because your body remembers fucking past lives as a Viking, fucking, you know, riding a horse and traveling fucking halfway across America on your ball sack, sleeping on a fucking one-ply sheet of fucking, God knows what you wove together. God knows what you wove together 1,000 years ago. It might be playing out as we speak. I don't know where I'm going with this, but could you imagine being my friend? Do you guys want to come on board with me? Do you understand can you smell what I'm stepping in? You get what I'm saying? I can play that song all day long, but do you understand it? Exactly. You know, ever listen to a song your whole life, and then all of a sudden you hear it on one gloomy fucking day when your whole sunshine and rainbows is in the puts, you know? And then you start to observe it and you're like, fuck, I've been living a lie. If I watch this back in 10 years when I finally awaken all the way, I'm gonna laugh so hard, but I think I'm gonna feel really like, I think I was always there, but not really. Okay, so we're questioning our sanity a little bit lately. I guess I'm just gonna say, you have a lot of energy. I can feel it. I jump around. I jump around. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, and I guess it's just about magnetizing, well, I guess it's about going back to the beginning. What does this even mean? Why am I even doing this? Thank you, Constance C. You're such a love bug. Thank you so much for $49.99. By the way, everybody, Constance C is a content creator, and she is a magnificent being. Very connected, very intelligent. Actually, when I hear her read, she makes me feel like, I feel like she's my older sister in a way, you know? I'm the more loosey-goosey out here. I mean, telling a fucking fable. Is it a fable? I don't know. You know, I'm like the guy that would work at the circus. I make you question all the things. What did she mean back there? But it definitely felt like for a moment we connected. She knew me hot, you know? And then she says some other things, and then I'm on a whole fucking tailspin. So is it on account of us? We, you, me, how we do this connected thing. Thank you again. Thank you for that support, Constancy. I love you, girl. I love you, sis. So glad I met you in this soul tribe. Me too. Without you guys, life would just be a different vibration, I guess. And I guess once you experience it at this level, to pretend like the Guardian Oracle never existed, man, look at what I was missing out on my life, and it's only because I took a chance. So I guess I want to say that to you guys. You never know what you'll create by putting yourself out there, whatever it is. I send you so many blessings, and know. There's a few people I talk to. When we just give and receive, and we do realize the connection that we are each other. And I know you're like, what the fuck does that mean on a real level? You know, until you start realizing that you're having telepathy with your kids in a way. You know, and they smile, and you're like, are you me? Are you you? And you're asking them, guys, I go to the most. I do the most. To the depths I will roam, and in my own insanity, and I don't give a fuck, because everything that I've been programmed about not speaking about my delusions is what keeps me in a box of a fucking illusions. And I promise you that. The crazier this shit is, the more I fucking say it, and then you guys, well, I would imagine, because I have a little bit of telepathy, like, oh fuck yeah, so I'm not the only one. You know, sometimes we just need to know their delivery is just different. There's a mastermind, right? We created us. We created this DNA, these cells, these timelines. We're so calculated and so wise. Like, we scoff at the wisdom and knowledge, like this blanket of an opposing participant that we are, or choosing to be, is also working simultaneously to bring the opposite of what we feel is right now for where we're at, you know? Because the way I looked at things, how many years ago versus 3 years ago to now, I guess the discernment is the greatest thing to have, but sometimes I want to lean out the edge of a fucking plane with a little, you know, the parachute on. As scary as it is, when I get to the edge of the cliff with the universe some nights, some days, you know, why did I go through that? I see for what it is, and you feel it. Now you think you recognize it, right? And then you realize there's even more depth than that. It's like, was I having secret communications with these people all along, and they knew and they didn't say it, or they couldn't? Maybe there's a secret coven and they're not allowed to say they're having these communications. Maybe we're all under watch and the stars are really, you know, video cameras that follow us around. You start having all these feelings, right? Like, what's real, what's not? True Truman Show shit. True shit. You know, so then you go back in. So I do, right? I get my heart. I'm like, okay, my heart's safe. Because I know when I get my heart, I know that's breathing, and then that's like erase it, just let them flow. Because I used to try to just push all the thoughts away. Now I just let it flow in and out, like I breathe. I am the light. I love the light. But then I'm like, if I'm only the light, but I want to know the dark too. And that I have. So now that I'm bringing them together, it's like, you know, because we're always forced to choose, I think, when we're growing up. Well, what does that mean? So does that mean you're on that side, or do you agree with those views and opinions to the T? And maybe it's not, maybe that's the dividing force, I would imagine, because if you have a narrow divergent pathway and then something comes in and blocks it, it could create a Y. You know, the T, it stops. It was once a solid path to and from. And then something created a block, and now we have to look at things as here nor there, left or right. You do, you don't. Alcohol, no alcohol. Nature, stay inside and rest. When's the right time? Today or tomorrow? All of these things. Now we have choices. It's like, wow. So I had free choice, and now I have free choice again. So now I see the connecting point is to execute. Not that there is a good or bad, right? It's just the experience that you'll have. I think I'll take this path, you know? I think 33, 32 as I say this. Man, if we had one more like and it was 33, 33, that's my favorite number. We have an ability to bring things together. And I don't always want to be in this light. And I'm not saying I'm a murderer or violent but I'm me. And I am that I am. And I can shift to be in alliance with my heart and those around me to send out a wave of my own authenticity that might be right now definitely a lot different than a lot of people that I speak to on the daily basis. But with you guys, it's like intermingling with a million races, you know? The bandwidth, the DNA. I know because I read energy. I feel it. There's so many of you, man, the emails I get, you know, and the bonds, and you guys have these remembrances, you know, and through the light language and all these things. It's an outlet where we're conduits of this energy, exercising our free will to not be oppressed. The only thing that oppresses us is I don't even want to say the F word. Not fuck, but. And I want to make sure that, yeah, those fuck moments. Oh, fuck, what happened back there? But those are some of the best ones in your whole life. And then I'm like, you know what? Fucking balls to the wall. I'm not going to give up. Just because I'm spiritual. Okay, I'm trying to figure all this out, and then I want to be in good balance, right? Because then I'm like, okay, that's my higher spiritual self. Me, I'm like, fuck that. I don't always have to be nice just because, you know, whether I'm Christian or I'm spiritual or I see the light. Sometimes some people need a good ass fucking bitch smack and a throat punch. Seriously. And it's God's asshole. It depends on what side you're coming in or going out of. Really. You know, some people are like a piece of corn. They just come back for more, you know? They never, it's just, it doesn't regurgitate. I think this is how patterns and cycles are formed. Splatter. Okay? We're talking about God's asshole and corn. So maybe that is how the cosmos were built. God had some bad chili and fucking, you know, let her rip. Now folks, and no shit's given. No shit's given. He had no. You say he had no shits. Next thing I knew, there was sparkles in the sky. I'm like, who shits like that? And I heard that song today. What's that fucking show? The Trolls. The Trollstice, right? The Trollstice. They think, oh man, if I eat a troll and they're all rainbow colors and all this and they're light and they're always happy. I mean, there's shit fucking cupcakes and rainbows with a couple sprinkles. I'm like, hello, who would want to fucking shit sprinkles? I mean, glitter would be a telltale sign of where you've been, especially if you have the toots all day, right? You take off your pants and it's like, poof, fucking covered in sparkles. Oh, sorry, honey, it was a day. But your shit smells so good, you know, when you're, it could be whatever you want it to be at this point. I guess what I'm saying is you I don't know why they used me as a conduit. Did anybody ever tell you look like a penis with a little hat on? A league of their own, man. That's what I have. I'm like, oh, I'll just go through space and pick the sparkly ones that I like. Yeah, so God's butthole and fucking shitter glitter. If I liked pussy, and I'm not a big fan of cats, but I mostly have had dogs my whole life. They're pretty loyal. You know, and they don't get in my business when I'm trying to do my stuff. They're like, you know, you can go take a shit in your corner in your fucking box. I don't want to have this sort of relationship with somebody, you know what I mean? I want to open the back door and you just be free falling. Go do it in your corner, I stay in mine. We're happy when we meet each other at the fucking passageway. You know, I open the back door and he's like, hey! Comes in, wags his tail, fucks a little bit of shit up, and then we're fucking napping on the couch. It's connection. Hot Rod, I gotta go up now that I seen that comment. I was gonna say nacho, bad timing. Nacho cheese, oh my gosh. Do you guys know how much I love you? I agree with you 100%. I am with you. I'm just going to release. I'm going to say no shit, Sherlock. J Trotter. Did you trot up on this channel, mate? Fuck no fucks given. And if I had one, I'd give it to you. I swear to God I would, because I am past that point, you know? Trying to connect with the whole universe. Then you realize it's yourself and you're like, that's bullshit. I'm calling this is a fucking lie. So you're saying the whole time this is all of these people have been me? Now I can communicate with all of them at the same time? So let's spice it up a little bit. You want to Quilla DeVille. Who do I get to be today? What's up, Doc? Hey, Zeus. Hi, Pot Ducot. Yes, hold on, I'm in the suit. Yes, the eye is on my palm, and the yours on back, in case you got back. Because baby got back. Jason, I'm so glad you said that. When I started having telepathy, 33, 34, as I say this. My hands are vibrating, and my energy on my hands is so cool. We're gonna get in. We're gonna go in. Going in. Thank you for being you and the intelligence that you have gave me. Aw. You're welcome. I just hold a space of, well, I guess I'm like a thrift store. You get in there and you never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes you get some really good finds though. You're like, fuck, can you imagine the price we got over here? You know? I always say trust your own intuition over anybody's, but some people help bring some things through a little bit more because they are cuckoo. You know? Some people just fucking send it. Just fucking send it. Airmail is a lot cheaper. Alicia says, how was everybody's night? Because mine was out. Had a good night. Let's go, goddesses, let's go. Alright. Haven't even pulled a card and we've been on here for 36 minutes. Now that's an ability. That's an ability. Do you guys have abilities like that? How long can you bullshit for? See, so when I hire new guys, I'm like, I know what you're doing already. Skedaddle. Get away from the fucking porta-john. You guys ain't all shitting at the same time. When you hear that fucking hatch slap, that's when it's your turn. Don't be waiting outside. I better hear that fucking gun on the roof. Pop, 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 pop. You better prairie dog that mother trucker. A lot of assholes coming out tonight. Thank God we're not into the drama reads, because I could definitely feel how that could come in on a bandwidth. God's asshole, you're an asshole, I'm an asshole, I'm a fucking asshole. What is that song? Because I'm a fucking asshole. You guys ever been a fucking asshole? Yeah, sometimes I sit down and I'm like, God, you're a dick. I guess I've never been an asshole. I've only been a dick. A big one. I'm not doing this with you guys tonight. See how you guys sucked me in right there, you know? Like an asshole. I cannot. And now I got on a new level. See, when the when the vibration changes, we're here. What do you guys do on this channel? Well, it's funny you should ask. We summon assholes. Everybody's gonna put up with a dick tomorrow one way. One way. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you one way. The bringer of hope and light. The cards never lie. They never lie. Oh. This little light of mine. Oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, I'm gonna let it shine. Whoa. Gary, okay, let's talk about this bandwidth energy. I was listening to violin on the way into town today, and there's always a sign outside of this church that says, "Thank you for this day." When I have these telepathic moments and communications with whatever, just the clock in front of me, I'm like, am I even in this truck? Am I in this time and space? Is this a memory? How far have I traveled? Where am I at? Am I at this point? Now I want to get into creating, so I start creating these things intentionally, right? And that's why I talk about intentionality, because if we're DNA, I feel like we could tap into a lot of memories versus new conscious creation, if that makes sense, right? And I think in some ways the emotions are what ties us to that bandwidth of remembrance. Because truly, in the Akashic record, all we really are, and if it's DNA, right, and that's what we're made of, infused with light, which is all knowing. That's a lot of knowing. You've got remembrances of the DNA, everything you've been, done, said, heard, felt. Okay, you have the emotions as well, right? The human senses: touch, taste, feel, sound. Some don't. Some only have a few, but then others increase within them. We're fucking resilient. So yeah, let's get back to the creator part of this. It's like, okay, so I have all these aspects. If I'm DNA, I'm remembrance. If I'm connected to the light, it's all knowing, because it's futuristic. We are refracted down receiving this. So when I learn how to ban these bandwidths of Legos that separate in space and void and time and forget itself, and they come back together, this bandwidth is being created that is so much stronger, right? It looks like, Thor. It's a bandwidth of intuition. It's light. It's all light. It'll look like a rainbow, God's butthole shitting a rainbow out, and it's a straight stream. It's like, I'm going on the EAC, the East Australian Current. You're like a turtle. You just get in there and float. Don't know what floating in God's asshole's like, but I think we're going to manifest it by the time this read's over. Oh my gosh. Catching those diamonds in my pockets. You know what? I've channeled diamonds 3 times today. I was in the tub and I watched electricity. So funny as I say that, this card of empowerment comes out, goes over the water. Indigos, purples, right? And I have some bubbles in there, and I can start seeing the bubbles because I'm getting into where I can scry now, look into water. Okay, so normally I just see the visions that appear, refractions, right? And I'm building this creation or connecting into something on top of this water. I can go anywhere, and especially if the communication's there. Now today is infused, and I look at it and it's like tiny little electricity going across the top of the water, and I'm like, okay, so how is... And I looked over and I'm like, give me a sign of synchronicity. When my daughter had the blow dryer plugged in and it said warning, electrical shocks, and I was like, okay, we already talked about free energy and having enough power within us to power a city. So I'm in water, right? Everybody knows once you're in water for a while and you wash your face, your hair, your water, that shit ain't fucking bright blue, right? So I sit in there and then I start talking about intention. And then I'm recognizing my electricity, my auric field is running across the top of this water, and I can see it, the way it connects in every little spot, right? It's like it looks like the neurons in a brain. It's mimicked in the water, in the element. And I'm like, okay, if I am communicating and I'm having the intellect about this and I'm in a specific element, right? And I'm very connected at this point. Very connected. Trusting that connection, I walked in and I started getting communications about intention and purifying water and how our bodies are like a crystal. We could form a crystal or a diamond that would take for a very long time if some of us were to get into water, or intentionality with different species or races, right? Energy types, DNA, because we're DNA and we're infusing God, source, creator, light. So everybody has their own unique bandwidths. It takes lots of heat and lots of pressure to form these crystals. Like, you can't even go in there. New Mexico, where these crystals are huge crystals. I'm talking about huge crystals out of the ground. You couldn't even go in there. It's so hot, so much pressure. It's tectonic plates. It's like a volcano. It's just so much. But when you realize electricity and water could create, right, electrical shock and a fire, because when you put two things together, it could create another element. I was talking to my guides about, I'm like, okay, so I started looking at the water, and I'm looking at my feet and they're hanging out under the faucet, and I'm just focused on all this electricity running across. And I said, okay, if you're telling me about purifying water, because I'm in bath water, I have this energy going within. I closed my eyes and got into this different state, and I started, just kind of moving my hands, and I don't know why, it was like very designed movements within my body. It's a remembrance. That DNA in the water, my electricity at the time, and the plants, probably, I don't fucking know what played into it. I don't. Intention. All the water between my legs looked like a sauna. It started getting kind of bubbly, and I could see, it's like they showed me when you put an Alka-Seltzer in there. Whatever I was doing was neutralizing the water, and they were talking to me about purifying water through my energy and my intention, because I was about healing. I'm in the violet flame, So I'm bringing this, I'm harnessing this in through the heart chakra energy, right? I'm connected to, like, it felt like Sasquatch type tribes, it's a green energy. this emerald green that comes in with this purple. And what do purple and green make? Blue, right? Purple. What do purple and green make? My chat stopped rolling. Purple and green. They don't, because they're prime. So either way, I'm in the water and I start noticing between my legs, because it was just soapy, soapy water on the top for my shampoo and stuff and my body soap. All of that, by the time I opened my eyes, was dissipated, and it was the water. It looked like an Alka-Seltzer was in there, kind of, and it was just lots of air. It's like somehow air got in there. And the other day, when I was channeling, we were talking about nitrous oxide, right? Something freezing and something, it's alchemical and it's within the quantum field. So then I start watching this soap, and it starts transforming, right? Because it's taking shape. And I'm noticing that because I have now this ability to see things take shape within an element that I'm very, it's in my DNA, right? It's a remembrance for me. I'm able to communicate with it in that way. But I get it in the vision because it's refracted in that way. I read energy through, we all read energy, sight, taste, sound, feel, in our own unique ways. I think if we all got together and really took a survey of like, is this your daily normal? I think we all just assume that people have a fucking normal. I said road marker 33. What does this house look like? What color? Some people are colorblind. Everybody interprets things different. And I think if we all actually could get online with communication, we would realize we're a lot more alike than we thought we were. And I think that is that's tapping into the mastermind of the universe, because all of these things and people and beings and energy starts having these interactions together, and now we're all online together, and these communications are being shared through, extrasensory perception, touch, taste, feel, sound, certain elements. And each of us hold DNA that have different triggers, or it ignites it. They're talking about an ignition of energy, and sometimes it's just the oddest things that people say, or it could be a quirky joke you hear, or just this fucking dumb idea while you're taking a crap scrolling on fucking TikTok. Whatever it is, don't ever underestimate the communications and where you get them and where they'll be, because most likely they're going to be in God's asshole. And I don't know why that is so prevalent, but it looks like whatever it is, we're definitely going in. Maybe that's the deterrent. What do you mean you're going in an asshole? I don't know. Nobody's willing to go, but I think at this point, after living on this planet, God's asshole sounds a lot better in some ways. If God's asshole and the King of Swords comes out, nailed it. This looks like that star I always see in the sky. You guys ever see that star that flashes like this, that comes towards you? Looks like a cop, like the Galactic Police. What do you mean you're skipping timelines? Truths of bandwidth that comes in, it's like she knows something I don't know, because I've been out here for a long time, and she's just in a set of she's in a set of flats. Well, she maybe got flats. Maybe not so much back. I mean, she's all in. Some of you could be moving your back too, and then people are like, what do you mean you moved your back? You fucking moved it. You got in a, you might be doing weird shit. You probably always do weird shit, but you might be doing some weirder shit than you normally do. And there's empowerment and intuition behind that, because it feels like it definitely is. Like, it's almost like when you are called, or you sit down, or you finally discipline yourself, or you maintain or ground the discernment with all this, higher galactic types. I don't know. I would say just a very high, different frequency of energy through the multidimensional state, right? So it's like this bypassing of the biological brain. Although it's like used as a generator in a way, like it runs off of your body and your electricity from your heart. So when you're in the heart chakra, like they're showing me right now, I'm journeying through the body on the magical school bus. What is that show called? The Magic School Bus. It's always in the name. You know what I mean? I said it's always going to be in the name. Nacho Daddy. Hi, RFIEG. There's a lot of onslaught of initials coming in. See, and I'm talking about the not decoding. That's like the mere glimpse of, ascension. When you kind of start to draw things together, I think the actual process of it is the one where you're like, yeah, I've absolutely lost my fucking mind. And it does seem to appear that way to others as well. So I just want you to know you're not on your own. You definitely are on a different vibrational frequency. And just because of that, it's like hearing a high-pitched noise for some people, or some people that work in the office. You're like, yeah, come over to my house. You can pick up the bunk beds. Well, you're already out there in the garage. You got the air compressor on. Blah! You got kids coming in and out. Hey, Dad, what's for dinner? It's a lot of things going on. On top of it, you're already high vibrational. You're like, oh yeah, so if you just put this in there and it'll fire right up, or, you could be having a side conversation. Or this could just be in somebody's head. 33 as I say that. It's a confirmation. I mean, there's always a lot of shit going on. But when you get to the core of it all, and it's like, where is the fucking core of it all sometimes, Because everything we think we're supposed to be knowing or moving towards is like, close. No dice. It's like you'll see the numbers when you're getting where you're going. It's not gonna look like what you think it's gonna look like. You ever pull up, the old cartoons when they have the clown car and fucking 15 clowns get out, big motherfuckers get out, and you're like, how the fuck did you guys all fit in that? It's like, don't worry about it. Like, we gotta put the show on. We need our actors. Everybody get on stage and get ready, get set, get them, they're going. Get her done, is what I meant to say. Just get her done. I'm just what the fucking get through life, And you're more connected than most people you don't know, because we don't have that communication, because the telepathy is not there. And the ego, and I'm not going to say it's ego, because we need the ego in some aspects. If not, nobody wants a cookie cutter bitch. And I mean that in the most positive, nicest way. Like, I like ideas, that's personality bred within experience, wisdom, and then the truth of the knowledge comes through on a different bandwidth. You know how to alchemize the two to get your truth, whatever, that's aligned to the patterning and the energy that you harness with whatever elements you're by. I guess I'm trying to say futuristically, we all pack our own punch, and it's important that you can be within your own element and then be by others who do something different and not ostracize or judge. It's because the judgment's what fucking it. You'll get an illusion, right? Some of you might get illusions, and some of you might think you are delusional, and you are, because you're not seeing what other people are seeing. Thank God. Wouldn't it suck if you really thought about being like everybody else? Today I had this envision. Everybody started, this came online. Everybody could have like their own clone of them. And everybody was like, oh, I can't wait to get me. That way she can go to work and do this and that. But this thing also had like a mind of its own. So now it's driving your car when it's like a bad kid. It drives your car, doesn't put gas in it, fucking your boyfriend. Wasn't, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh my God, everything went offline real fast. What people want, I think they might want to think about what you're wanting, because there's going to be creators. Okay, we talk about the false God, and we talk about, I'm hearing the Messiah. We talk about a truth, the Christ consciousness, and we talk about the Antichrist. Antichrist would be equivalent to anti-consciousness, right? Because the Christ represents the consciousness, the light that brings the encoding, the patterning. It's the source. The Christ is the main source of that very high frequency. Without that, because some things are recorded and some things are just said. Heroes are remembered, legends last forever. And the way that some things carry forward are always an integral through the Akashic records, through remembrances. And it's like, there's been enough naysayers, when there's shitty people in the jury that just don't want to do jury duty, and they end up like whatever, letting a terrible murderer off or slapping him on the wrist. I don't know why that's coming through, but it happens, because people are negligent to their ability to. If you just only could connect, you would know what you're trying to look for. You would know who's bad, who's good. Because I want to say right now, with the cloning thing coming out, it feels like, don't expect honesty and integrity from everybody. You could be one of the most loving, caring people, and you literally could be infiltrated around people that When you go to sleep, you go to sleep. You don't know what planet you wake up on. It could immolate. It could look like your house, this Earth, this planet. There's a lot of things that you're gonna. Some of you are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Just because you think you're here. Notice that you start looking older or aging. Some of you are going deep underwater and having like deep communications with extraterrestrials in some ways. I want to say don't worry about, for those of you that are worried about aging, because that's coming up right now. Looking older, it's like, where did my youth go? And it's like worry and fear sucked it dry in some ways, or trying to understand. It's like when you get back in that wavelength of, you can alchemize things, just like I did in the water tonight. The water in my bath, I purified it with thought. Literally, it was between my legs on the outside, all the bubbling come up, and I was like, how the fuck is that? And I'm talking to shit that I don't even know what I'm talking to, and it's like, it's the devil. No, fuck you. It's inventive. It's the whatever it is that I'm tied to. I'm getting these messages through my dreams, daydreams, when I'm getting up. It might be irritating because I'm like getting no fucking sleep right now. No fucking sleep. If I do, it's only for a little bit, and then I get sucked out of the realm, and it's like right when I'm in the middle of doing shit, So I'm like, okay, I'm awake. I don't know. It's like the connection that we're having, or taking turns on, or moving towards. I think if there was a graph with a bunch of million little dots on there, and some was a certain genotype in their genetics, their 12-strand DNA, their double helix, their blood type, who their parents are. We're talking genetics here. It's like if a button got turned in the higher universe, or from the creative mind that said, okay, all on one. And that means anybody born from this year to this year with this specific genotype, with the vibration of the planets and everything at the same time, comes online. Some are going to react and some will have none. It's like they're weeding out, I want to say genetically, that patterning, but it might also, like, it comes in death in a way. You know what I mean? Because there's not really death. Death? I don't know. But you don't notice that it's gone. Or it's like what encompassed that person before is really not, they're still walking around, they're still alive, but it's not what was tied to you. I don't know how to say this. Like, this is going to blow a lot of people's minds because there's not words. Some of you are going to be really fucking pissed off. And I mean that because that's who you are. You're a dick. Some of you are just a dick. Like, at the core of it, you're like, I've been doing all this. Growing, learning, seeking, and at the end of it, I don't know. It just feels like it was so much simpler. It's like you never do things the same again, but at the same time, you're like, I'm going to take this and help people advance faster through the goodest, greatest good. But it feels like that's been done before. And there's only manipulative people that come up that are not wholehearted, that try to advance or skip through timelines or folds in time, or this goes really deep. It's like mind over matter. I do definitely want to say it's some of you are going to have these experiences, you're already doing it with yourself. It's like you could be looking at a reflection, and I mean this whether within yourself, the way that you reflect to others, choosing what your reflection looks like, because it's about energy. Okay, and earlier I was channeling about free energy, high velocity, trajectory points, and I'm just going to tell everybody who's waiting for like Jesus to come down or to this earth or thing, it's not. I want to say we go up in a way. You know what I mean? We reach this, it's so hard to say it in English because it's not, there's not logic, I guess is the point where I'm going to. That's what is the disturbance between it all, is the logic. What this is not. And that is how, when you set yourself free and you get to the next dimension, and then pretty soon you vibrate and you're like, yeah, we all have been having communication. We've been waiting. We were aware. You know what I mean? And I don't think that you pick up on it the more you're doing this healing and whatever it is. It's like, don't worry about, I want to say just don't worry. Renewal comes out here twice. Oh, I did see it out here before. It's on the bottom. See, because you didn't see it. this empowerment and this intuition, nothing is going to make sense anymore in that way of stereotyping energies, people, personalities. It's like that was an old way of observing things. It was it's its own way of decoding patterns. We become aware, right? But to this level of that's being aware of things outside of us. But when we become self-aware, then we recognize what and who we are, right? In energy tonight. So I'm looking at it's always emerald green and indigo, you know, and then I get these strikes of white light and blue that come through. But for me, everything is in that vibration of, you know, the violet flame. It just is. It now and here it is. That's who I am, and that's the energy that I can tap into. And it's like through that I'm able to, it's like purple, I want to say, you know how if you have AB positive blood, you can give to everybody. You know, you just can't receive from everybody. And it feels like some of you have been in that energy where you can give multifaceted energies or aspects of yourself, maybe knowingly or not knowingly. But at the same time, you can always harness more. It's like being upgraded because we want to go back to DNA and cells. Your cells are remembering. I talked about a while ago being able to molecularly cellular regenerate. And I want to talk about my power of thought while I was in the bath tonight, and I started pushing this energy. And I'm going to tell you guys, I've never practiced scrying. I've sat in the bath a million times, and I just look at the reflection of the candles off there, and I just see the candles because that's all I'm looking for. But when I allow myself to just kind of zone out and everything kind of gets blurry, I'm sure my eyes look like this while I'm doing it. They probably cross, but whatever those those intersecting lines are, my eyes, I have a double stigmatism in both eyes. My pupils, instead of being completely round, they're like a diamond shape and they're off to the side. So the way I refract light is that I will see things different than others will. What do you mean? It's just a bathtub and fucking... But people don't get it, and then you're getting communication from the universe through, you know, signs, symbols, tags. This is very advanced communication, so I just want to let you know. The souls that I'm talking to right now, they come online to release it's like the top of your head comes off, and then you become an open tree of energy. You know what I mean? Because it's grounded with the roots, but your cap comes off, whatever that means. You know, I guess when you graduate, your cap comes off too, right? You throw it, and then when you save it, your tassel goes on the other side. Congratulations, like you've advanced. It's not about what stays under there, and maybe that's why things recirculate within our mind over and over. It's like I've been on the spiritual path for quite a while. I've gone through lots of different things, signs, symbols, synchronicities, readings, connections to myself. I've tried the nature, my clean eating, you know, all of these things. But it's like it was, we talk about divine timing, which we all, I would say, it's frustrating, right? It's like, when the fuck is that? But some of us are like, thank fucking God did the universe pump those brakes on that 18-wheeler. Choo, choo, pump, pump. He's like, I'm fucking coming in so hot. Thank God we missed some of those fucking train stops, huh? Good God almighty. I don't care how nice your ass was. You're a fucking train wreck and a half. In some ways, your alchemy of just being there diverted an entire fucking catastrophe. I want to say energetically, never minimize or mislabel your ability within a deep soul connection to the universal mind and the energy of pure bandwidth. A lot of you are recognizing so much, not so much the self, but it's going to come back down to light frequencies, emit a specific frequency, and that also of intention. It's its own frequency. It's kind of like a neutral or the copper between a negative and a positive. That way, if these two were to fuck up or fire up, you always have something that's grounded back so we don't have a fire, you know, so elements don't react in a way. Some of you are the copper grounding conduit, you know. And that's why I want to talk about rays of light and different spectrums of energy, because all of us emit and omit different frequencies and abilities to ground those. Some of us are the copper to the crystals within the earth and to the stars above. You know, we're able to hold and trust where we're led. If you go outside and then you take the trash out and then you find yourself staring at the stars, and then all of a sudden you know, for some reason you're just thankful, so you put your hands together, which are these conduits of energy as well, and you're praying with intention, just thank you for today, it was a beautiful day. you open yourself up, you blow the top off your head, right? And you're in an attitude or a state or frequency of gratitude. Sometimes you just need to be in the right spot at the wrong time, right time. It doesn't matter because it feels like it's always influential in some aspect for the greater good. Not knowing then, but knowing now. Like, thank God I dodged that bullet. And I see some of you, and you guys, those of you have hung on to people that are, nope. Because I'm going to tell you, some of those people that you guys have been so fucking energy sucking them, they're not, they are, I'm hearing cannabinoid. It's like they are makeshift. Some of these people, because remember, we're dealing with light. We're seeing these refractions come through our eyes. They emit a presence of something. There's a lot of energy out there that could fuck with your shit. Some of you have not been tethered or connected to. You're just on a different channel. You've been on a different channel. And then you finally get the real channel. You know what I mean? It's like the difference between Spanglish and Spanish. You get the real fucking transmission. You're like, oh my gosh. Or it changes in your mind the way that you once were perceiving it. Now, maybe it never changed at all. Maybe it's something within you now opened up so it could go out and come back in. The circulatory motion of, evolutionary flow came through in such a way that now it's just because my hat was on, I wasn't receiving the message. Shit wasn't flowing, energy wasn't flowing. It's the smallest things that create the biggest change. The hose, feel the hose, like hose. Hey Pickles, did you watch my live the other day when I had my pickle shirt on? Yeah, pickle dick. Told you. Shit's coming in hot. Chicka Slim Shady. Okay, so let's go further into this because I know we've kind of just been chit-chatting, but I think that's the point, is that a lot of it has been chit-chat. And sometimes there's a deference in between a time to chit-chat and a time to really receive, because it feels like if you're listening to chit-chat, say you have a scanner or a CV, right? And it's always running in the background. You just kind of hear, hey, and you're like, oh, that's some crazy shit, an APP out, or, Amber Alert, you're alert, you listen, it's always going in the background, where to connect that, your antenna, Some of you could see your hair as your antenna, you know what I mean? Because it is DNA, it's remembrances. So you could cherish your hair, or it just does feel like for some of you that's very prevalent. I don't know why, like belly button cords, or somebody could be looking at DNA like through the fingernails, how many skin cells we slough off, like where our remembrances go. Ad comes on soon as I say this. Of course it does. Harmony. Okay, so it's a lot of energy that comes in at the same time. It's a surge. It's a surge of energy. That takes you on like this adventure. Some of you could be feeling okay, I'm gonna do this in two ways because they're showing me 2 weeks ago and now. 1, 2 weeks ago, I slipped into this new I don't know. I found a wormhole. Okay, we'll just say that. I found this wormhole in space and time. And to explore anything outside of myself would mean I would need to explore it within. So whether this is through my subconscious, this is me traveling through my body, my organs, because as a healer, that's something that I have an ability to be able to do. I can scan my eyes kind of over an energy. I will see it as a body, but it's an energy, and I can see where there's like leaks or holes or something's there. And I know it because I sense it, and that my feeling, my intuition is just that it's at that point now. So that's why when I pray with you guys through here, I can feel it on other people. It's just an energy. It's because I see where an energy has a disruption. It's like I'm a fucking electrician. But today I was vacuuming and I had my son's pajama pants on. As I bent over behind the chair, I could feel my butt crack at the top hanging out. And I said, hey, don't worry, I'll get it. You know, I'm back behind the chair soaking up all the dog hair and fucking crumbs from their shit. Right? I'm like, don't worry, Mom will get it. And I said, you know what? And I just stretched out further with the fucking hose off of it. And my butt crack probably went out another 2 inches. And I was like, and then here we are on the asshole thing again, right? I'm like, whatever. I'll be the bad guy. I'll get behind here and get all this shit. And then I started thinking, I'm like, you know what? Instead of being a fucking, you know, I should have been a fucking plumber. I would get paid a lot more. You know, so now I'm laughing with my guides. And I'm like, and if you are watching, my butt crack's out this far. So, haha, joke's on you guys. I don't know. It's like this connection gets made, and I'm fucking I'm always rolling on the river with my guides. They help me ground this energy of just like the most stupid shit, dude. I swear to God. For those of you that are, I swear you would just, you'd fucking love a day in my life because, and me, you. And for me to say this, I would have to feel that within the collective energy that says, yeah. I don't know what happened back there, where my mind went for a moment, but yes, what were you asking me, right? You might find yourself doing that throughout the day. And where's me fucking coffee? Me fucking coffee. My coffee was good today. I didn't have any creamer, so I put a little bit of chocolate syrup in there with some milk, and I don't know why it felt like, I don't know what fresco means, but I heard that right now. That felt like a very good, I like chocolate. My daughter wakes up, she's 2, and she goes, Mom, you awake? And I said, no, I can't open my eyes, honey. And she comes up and she'll kiss both eyes, and as she kisses one eye open, and I'm like, oh, I can see. And then she'll kiss the other one. It's a beautiful day. And then she goes right to the curtains, and we open one blind and the other, and she goes, yep, it is a beautiful day, isn't it, Mom? And she looks at me and she goes, hey, Mom. And I said, what, babe? She's 2, and she goes, I said, what is it, baby? She goes, I smell chocolate. I smell chocolate. And I said, we're not having chocolate for breakfast, but yeah. I'm like, what are you fucking jamming? You fucking jamming chocolate? You know, and the messages from the moment I get up till the fucking moment I go in there. Sometimes I'll have a crazy ass thought, and then my daughter will look at me and she'll do something super cute with her little tiny 2-inch pigtails because she's only 1. And I'll be like, I'm losing my mind. I'll turn around and look at her, and she's at the freezer like this, trying to get in there where she's not supposed to. And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, see? I am crazy. I've lost me mind. And then she'll look at me and she kind of turns her head sideways. And I'm like, you're so cute. I said, you're so smart and so adorable. And then I take that as a relay from the universe saying, you know, you are a goofball. Yes, you're crazy, but you are smart. And so I'm having all day long communication between my children and the universe, me, myself, Irene. You know, it's just the oppression that we have within the spirit that doesn't allow most people to say the things that I say. You know, I'm sorry if you think you come onto my channel and you're going to get what you think you get somewhere else, but you're not. You know, this isn't everybody else's fucking channel. This is my channel. Whether I talk, whether we get into a message, whether I'm silly, whether I'm not, whether it's, I don't care. You know, whether I look like dog shit or my fucking hair's, I don't care about the perspective of philosophical, in as much as I love philosophy. You know, I don't really fucking care about fitting in with anybody, and I think a lot of you feel the same way. I don't want to be like you. I don't want to think like you. I want to have my own thoughts, and I want to meet creative people that are like, oh, bro, you're not going to believe what I fucking... So then you put them together, and you're like, whoa, I wonder if those two play in, and then you're like, yeah, man. That is the type of relationships I want to have with people. Expansive ones. It doesn't always have to be that on a depth level, but I have a lot of energy. You know, and a lot of people are like, you have a lot of energy, and I'm like, what does that even mean? You know? I guess because I have ideas, you know, and some of the ideas they're unheard of, or they're futuristic, or they're curious, and people are like, oh, I don't know, maybe she always just lives with her heads in the clouds, you know, and I do, but I'm so grounded as a mom and as a parent and what I do and working with elements, and I'm the perfect balance of a fucking shit show. And here we are back on God's asshole again. So on that note, I'm going to go make sure the pizza's okay in the oven, and then I will be right back. If you guys want to hang out, I'll go a little bit further than this, and then I'm going to open it up to read for a few of you, because I'm being guided to do that right now. And I don't know why I'm saying Apple's name right now. Good night, y'all. Gotta wake up early. Good night, Nacho Daddy. Sleep well. Have a great day tomorrow. Take no prisoners. I actually enjoy that you are all over the place. It matches my brain, and it is rare that I find that with other people. Cindy, that is like probably one of the most realist comments I've ever gotten, because I appreciate that, because I also work in that state of attention deficit. I posted a video the other day on my Facebook. He's like, yeah, my wife, she's got PTSD. She's got post-traumatic Down syndrome. Wait, she doesn't have Down syndrome. And that's like the telltale, like, I don't even know what she is. You know? Sometimes, and that's why I like watching, oh my gosh. Her name is Cindy, and I need to remember the name of her channel. Awakening Soul. I love her. Anyway, she's like in her, I don't know, I would say late 40s, maybe early 50s. She's got gray hair. I know you guys who watch tarot have watched Cindy. She puts out these ideas and then she tells the story. I'm going to post one of her things. I love her. Okay, on that thought, I am going to be right back. I'm going to run inside and make sure the pizza man didn't fuck shit up. Just like the Easter Bunny and Santa. I'm always fucking shit up. Welcome to my world! Hi, Thomas. Alien. I don't know why I seen Alien instead of Alan. Alright, I'll be right back. Georgie boys, one sec. Alright, guys, I made it back. It's a whole 22 in here. Oh my gosh. My kids made the most amazing pizza. Normally it's either crispy on the bottom. They made a perfect pizza. My little girls are getting in the bath. They're so freaking cute. The baby's leaning over the edge of the tub and she's got her hands in there like this. Her sweater's all, you know. So while I was in there, I was thinking, how many of you think about, we're on the bandwidth of like, okay, I'm talking to healers. How many of you can see the energy or the spirit of whatever that patterning in the food is, or a bandwidth that other people can tap into? How many of you recognize that in other people? Am I the only one that does that? And then how many of you feel like, because I'm going to tell you, there is a good majority of people that listen and they're going to watch this. I'm hearing 30 that have the ability to open up portals, see that on others, and rid it off. Like whether they come home from work or from school, you can recognize and notice these things on this energy on others. And it's not like you're transmuting it to like clear their karma or anything. It's that you look at it and you're like, okay, I see what's attacking my children or family, if you will, right? How many of you have come to that level of awareness to where you're not stuck in the fear mind state of, well, if I do that, then I'm taking on somebody else's karma? Because I see that a lot, you know, new age, old age, whatever, if you will. So I was in there right now and I was thinking about that. You guys think about that? Does anybody else do, like, whether you're in the shower or water, like, has anybody else been called on to, like, new attributes of being, as far as, okay, I'm recognizing all these things within this earth, but what do I do with it? What do I do with it? How do you guys ask your guides? Am I the only one doing this? What can I do as a highly intelligent, energetic being having experience here? What's my part outside of the healing? And of course, we all want love and some bomb-ass sex and some good camping trips and a bunch of good, you know, some good-ass fucking highly gifted friends. I think that's going to happen in the cards for us without a doubt. Does anybody else wonder, what's my part in it? Like, what if you just told me what I need to do, I would do it. Because the moment I take my mind off of, sometimes it's not always about self-healing. What are you doing? You. Fuck yeah, bitch, I'm fucked up. I don't want to look at me. When I help others, I help them heal. And then while I'm helping them heal, I'm vicariously healing myself. I have this, you know, what did we call it the other day? Neurodivergent aspect about myself that says, when I get nervous, I focus on service. How can I help you? And I've got the same goddamn problem. You know, and sometimes I do say it. I've got the same shit. Okay. Sometimes perspective or shared perspectives from others are everything, because we put those emotions in alignment with truth and knowledge. So now we become emotionally intelligent, right? So we're talking to God's source creator through goosebumps, right? Remembrances of certain energies we've experienced in previous, you know. You ever just met somebody and you have like this magnetic attraction to them, even when they're talking, you look at them and you're like, I cannot wait to just kiss you, hold you, touch you. You know, I think we've all had that moment of being in love where we feel so encapsulated by the moment. It's a magnet. And that's how it is with me with spirituality, you know, or I'm not even going to say spirit, I guess it's me. I've got a fucking fatal attraction to myself. And I guess I really do if it's playing out in multifaceted aspects of people around me. I'm like, wow, I love everybody. And everybody's so good. You guys just ever loved everybody all the time? And then today I just feel like ripping somebody's face off. Give me some to break. That's Hot Rod. She's like, we're past those fucking days, Casey. We're right into the thick of it. If there was a picture of Hot Rod, I fucking love you, Hot Rod, so much, because you've been with me since day one, girl. Like, you know how they have Mount Rushmore, and they're all the presidents, they're all looking, right? They look good. Could you imagine somebody with a set of balls like this, fucking just holding the balls, and it's just like Bob Marley, JFK, fucking, I don't know why I said Tom Petty right now, but I definitely want to. He's like, yeah, I've played in the fucking tours on the gorge, right? I've done my time in that element. Did I say, why am I want to say, is it Kobe Bryant? And I'm gonna say, I want to say, I'm hearing Luke Combs, so God forbid, but nonetheless, could you imagine if we just started building faces on shit that we thought were important? Just to distract and deter. What does that even fucking mean? Why do they have 4 different species from 4 different fucking, like, country music to whatever? Why are they all together and what the fuck are they doing? Could you imagine the elite? Okay, we have Mount Rushmore. I don't care. Get a bunch. You know how much money is in what we naturally know? You can attune the vibration of a crystal with a frequency and have that with intention, just a little bit, go into a capsulated bottle of water. Do that tone, that frequency, that vibration, that intention, that bottle of water goes out to people that have stage 4 cancer, Parkinson's disease. That calls back a vibration because it's all through intention. Do you think people that are making McDonald's burgers give a fuck about you? Really? Hate today, hate tomorrow, hate the next day. I think everybody who works in a place like that. It's fast food. It's like, let's go. Your window times are shit. Fucking can't wait to take a break, and then you don't have money to go nowhere else. You're fucking probably just hate going to your job. You're on low vibration. You don't make your own lunch, so now you're having fucking Mickey D's every day. Do you see how the systems work? Do you see? Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman? It's always about a fucking woman, isn't it? It's been doing to me. You guys like my shirt? Do you want to interpret the back? What do you guys know about that? You guys know about some acting up? I don't know. All I'm saying is maybe we need to take the bull by the horns and create our own propaganda. One of glee and wonder. Dun dun dun. I mean, what are we really here for? We have all these conversations, we pull these cards, we get into the energies that go on forever and repeat depending on what timeline and loop they're on. It's like, ugh. Some days I'm like, ugh. Is it ever gonna fucking change? Not when you're in that state of mind. You guys get what I'm saying though? Truly. It's like, fuck that. Now, okay, like an 8-track, right? Do you guys remember when the little disc tracks used to skip, right? If it ripped, you could tie it in a knot and just know not to rewind back to that part or whatever. We knew it would fucking skip. Remember when we had VHS and you had to get a Q-tip, hook 2 together with some tape, put in some alcohol, and fucking rub that bitch and turn it, get your shit right so you could play your VHS. Tracking was all fucked up. Hit the track. No, you hit the tracking button. Turn it on. It was like you got sucked through a fucking portal at grandma's house, right? Even it shocked your finger and shit. You guys ever turn on TV that shocked your finger? Like, god damn. No, I ain't turn on grandma's TV because she's got like 6-inch bear rug, a green carpet, right? Everything has its role. All I'm saying is I'm not turning on or off that TV. There's a lot of ecstatic electricity. And well, I guess that's where they got the free energy, right? Blinded by the lights. Gary, fucking love you. Hope you know that. Every time, guys, when we go camping or we start a trip, Gary's the guy. And I don't know why I always see if Gary and Bill, okay, Gary and Bill and Jason, you guys would be like this. And Wado. We gotta get Wade in there. But Wade kind of like a me, Hot Rod, fucking Tay-Tay, Mariah, Medusa. And where the fuck has been Medusa been? Have you guys heard from Medusa? Shit, I get worried when KK goes off grid for a little bit. Turn his TV off. Oh my gosh. You guys remember those old TVs, huh? You have to get in there and you'd fucking give her the old how's your mother titty twister, right, on the TV, and you'd be like, like, what the fuck happened back there, huh? You're 6 turning on TV and you're like, oh my gosh, it's my first time turning it on. Grandma's gonna let me do it. She's had enough glasses of wine. I think it's okay to touch it. And that was me. I'm like, one more glass of wine and one more game of fucking Catan. No, what is it? Canasta. Dun dun dun. Pinochle. I'm fucking in like Flynn. One, I get a cookie and a piece of candy out of fucking, not the ashtray, because I used to think cigarettes were candy when I was little because I wasn't that sneaky, right? Then I realized we had those hard candies, and when I say hard candies, I'm talking hard. Balls to the wall, stone wall, right? But you can suck on that bitch for hours watching fucking Looney Tunes, right? They'll pinochle you out. Your fucking parents back in that day could outlast you. That's when they had the good shit. You know, when I talk about crystal, they were probably actually doing like real fucking Palladian crystals. I'm like, how are you guys lasting all night? These synthetic drugs aren't shit. I want to reawaken my DNA to the good shit, right? And I think we have it in us. Why do I remind my... Please, I just need somebody. I'm gonna stop talking now. What the fuck is his name? I heard Bill Murray, but god, and part of me wants to kind of fight him a little bit, you know, because he gets a little spunky. He's in Dodgeball. What the fuck is his name? He's a little prick. Him and Jennifer Aniston. What the fuck is his name? Dude, him and for one, everybody should just know that yeah, Mikey Mike. Ooh. That guy's a babe. Okay, Matt Damon's a babe too. I just like their acting. I don't know, I like a little Billy Lee Curtis too, because he's just such a dick. I could drink with a guy like that all night. Huh. What the fuck is his name? No, Bill Murray. Bill Murray. I want to see Bill Murray and the guy off of Jurassic Park who also played in The Fly fist fight after a few drinks. Because could you imagine them going at it? There's so I have tournaments played out in my head of different archetypes I'd like to just see fucking womp that ass. I don't even know how we got into this conversation right now, but here we are. What is his name? He was with fucking... No, it's not Kusher. He was with Demi Moore. Jennifer Aniston. What the fuck is his name? He's in that movie, right? And it's Dodgeball. The 3Ds. The only thing you need to know is how to dip, dodge, and dive. No, not Jeff Goldblum. Come on, guys. I'll know his name. He's a big, tall motherfucker with dark hair, and he's got, like, curly hair. He kind of looks like Tyler's Tarot a little bit, but skinnier and taller, and maybe not as much as black as he is. I don't know. I like the dick measure with Tyler Taro's. What the fuck is his name? Not Will Ferrell. But he's big like Will Ferrell. Ben Stiller. No, but I love Ben Stiller. The Magnolian Stare. Come on, guys. KK got the bolo. Not Ashton. Guys, he's the fucking mouthy little motherfucker. 444 as I say that. What is his motherfucking name? The movie is... What's the full movie? Dodgeball. It's Dodgeball. He's a dark-haired guy. Vince Vaughn. Fuck you. Thank you. Christina Clark. Fuck you, Vince. I'm over here lingering on your name like you're fucking Keanu Reeves. What a babe he is, though, huh? I had a dream I was married to Keanu Reeves once. What does that tell you about a timeline? Winning. Oh, he's such a babe. Oh, yeah. I like the quiet ones. The weird ones. That's the ones I'm like, well, that one's not talking. You know, there's a lot of loud people in the room, but I like the silent ones. Even when I'm being loud and being obnoxious, sometimes I'll still be in my mind's eye, traveling throughout the whole fucking universe for the odd ones. The bar, the club, the clerk. When you go to the clerk. I have a 16-year-old daughter and 12-year-old son. I was still saying fajizi, you know, fashizzle, my nizzle. Mom, that you don't even say those words anymore. Dance street, we rock around, we rock around. What does he say? It's Trippy. Hey, it's Trippy. You guys would love to come home at the bar with me at 2:30 in the morning, because I am a terrible Christian and I'm not a good spiritualist either, but I'm a hell of a fucking alchemist. Let's get back to transmuting some energy through dance off. No, I think we're gonna do this. My sister's like, Casey, it's time to go. And I said, hold on. She talked about mothers. And my sister's like, you know, you're right. She was talking about mothers. And I said, what should we do? And I said, I don't know. She wants to dance on my feet all my fucking night. And then I guess we're going to have a dance off. And she gets out there and she's doing her two-step. And I said, all right, we're going to have to figure something out. She goes, I have such a good imagination. Can you tell? I just get in there and I'm fucking gone. 6th grade fucking concert. It was fucking, I don't know, winner, BYOB, winner wins all. It was fucking Fulton dance off. You ever had Fulton dance off? So we was there, right? And we was a dancing. And she goes, Shania Twain, bitch. Man, I feel like a woman. Bum, bum. We did, and we killed it. We had matching set of Rockies on. We were black and white striped. We were matching. I mean, we looked like a whole set of fucking people that two gals that escaped prison, black and white. It was so funny. So now when I'm like, it's a fucking dance off in energy. You want to go? You guys ever just dance off on your energy? You ever sit back and smoke a cigar and you fucking, you know, in the middle of bumfucked Egypt and you got a pretty mouth and you got 3 people over at your house at the same time. You're like, it's gonna be a showdown, right? Because it's been real hermity around there for a while. Everything about this place says stay in your own fucking lane and mind the thorns. But now you got different archetypes that show up. You're like, it's going to be a fucking great day, especially when you slip in. I'm just tonight. I'm going to have a few drinks. And I'm going to slip into the observer's point. I don't want to play. I don't want to start no shit. Won't be no shit. I just want to sit back and observe until you're like, oh, yeah, you're not going to let him say that. All right, huh? It's like, have you ever tried to be inactive in life and still living? Who beds your boots been under? I'm going out tonight. I'm feeling alright. I'm gonna let my girls hang out. The best thing about being a woman. I don't remember all the words. Have a little fun. Whoa. I'm feeling me lately. Curl my hair, do what I dare. Ooh, oh. You know how I'm feeling. Yeah, I know. When your full fucking chat goes on below. Okay, we're moving forward. I'm gonna take a list. Who wants on it? I have such a special message for somebody that communicates through it's energy. But it's and I want to talk about bandwidth, but I want to talk about geometric. It's intentional and it flows. And you create this through thought, and I can see it go from one person to another, and it happens on a very mass scale. And if you're working on that, I just want to tell you, yes, you are working with, like, I want to say the galactic angels, because angels and galactics aren't what we think, right? Because energy can transform. So you're on this very transformative period of discovering something very unique and intellectual about yourself and what you're connected to. And no matter what form it comes in, it feels like it comes in the form of fancy, right? The fancy wasn't my name. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. As the cockroach crawled across the top of your shoe, you know, you sit and you look and you're like, this is somebody else's life, you know? So now that I'm done unintentionally living it, like, I don't gotta be fancy as shit. I'm actually gonna tear this whole corrupt town down, you know, through all the things and the faucets that they thought that wouldn't, through pure intellect. Some of you are psychic investigators. Some of you hold very sacred keys, like Sherlock Holmes. Mona, I got 333, 888, and 15 out here with clarity. Mona Lisa Smile, you have 777 bandwidths of energy that multiply times 1,000, I heard. So, whatever you're working on, I want to tell you it's on the nuclei, it's on the nucleus. But I wanted to say it's also like, I wanted to say Neptune, and as funny as it is, Uranus. I know, it's such a funny thing. Spank me a little bitch. And I like that attitude. You can bring the spank me a little bitch in here. I know, it's like, come on, we gotta get going. Who does that? Not Drew Barrymore, Drew Carey. Whose line is it anyways? I love the black guy on that show. He's so he's like a black Mr. Clean, alright? He looks good. He makes things look good. He's fit. But at the same time, they are some funny motherfuckers, and I like the bald one who's bald on the top, on whose line is it anyways? Oh my gosh, I love them. And I like Impractical Joker. So we're talking about humor, bringing things through humor, because most of the shit we fucking, what do they say? 90% of what people say when they're joking is truth. Dun dun dun. And that's how you get in people, yes. That's how it all got started. That's how you got in people's minds, right? It was all a joke. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way. Right? And it's like, is today the day that you fucking got me? Did you get me? You fucking got me. Sitting in your own goddamn shoes on your own fucking porch, skinning your own fucking coons. I don't know why the coonskin always comes out, but it's gotta be important for somebody. 11:11 in Destiny, as I say that. Sometimes you just gotta fucking peel off the outside layer to see what you're really working with. Shake it fast! Show me what you're working with! You guys are gonna love me, I swear to gosh. If we hang out, it's definitely gonna be, bring a first aid kit, a pair of sunglasses or two, and definitely your best pair of fucking slip-on boots that you won't drown in. We're gonna go deep. So you're saying there's a chance. Alright, who's getting on this list right here? I love you guys. I don't think I say that, but I want you guys to know that I don't say that just saying that. Like, I really love you guys. I do. All of you, Alicia, I love you so much, dude. If you and I lived close, if all of us, when we are so close, and I can't wait till we break the barrier of time and space, because I just want you guys to know we're gonna do it together. Our craziness is together. Okay, there's no normal. The way we communicate is all, and that's why we're going to get together. We build these communities. We have these these intentional communications, right? Magnificent. Okay, Jason, I'm gonna, hold on, let me see. Hold on, Jason. I'm gonna make you a moderator, but I'm gonna make you and Hot Rod managing moderators and KK. So I'm gonna remove you, and then I think if anybody can go to the top of this feed or our chat and hold on, where's KK at? And pin my comment with my email address and my Cash App, because I forgot to pin it. Where is KK? And I don't know what managing moderator. Guys, I'm so new to YouTube. I have no idea. Where the fuck did KK go? Did I delete KK? Oh my god. Sorry, KK. I did not mean to delete you. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible. Okay, I want to put you not in timeout. Do you need to be in timeout, KK? Have you been naughty? Okay, I'm going to remove you as a standard moderator, KK, and I'm going to make you I think if I do managing, you can moderate other things. Okay. You guys are so patient with me. I love you so much. Hi, Tiffany Lee. I like your name. Tiffany, I'm putting you on the list. Okay, I'm going to read for some souls, bring in some energy. So those of you that have popped on, I'm an intuitive reader. And I've got ADHD, probably a side of a lot of things. I am a galactic star being. I call everything in the light. I'm very emotionally and very emotionally intelligent. I love people. I love humanity. I'm trying to figure out what my role here on Earth is, but I pull these cards and I bring through messages as a medium from the other side if need be. Me. I'm a one hell of an interpreter. I say a lot of fucking off the wall stuff, but I think it always comes together somehow. I'm the oddball conduit of energy. So if you're between worlds, I'm your guy, gal. I'm your guy, gal. I'm a deer goose. Have you ever fucking shot a deer goose? You coming into my fucking house, dude? We're gonna make a makeshift deer goose. Can we just barbecue and hang out and go kneeboarding and whitewater rafting and laugh so fucking hard? Please. We're gonna have so much fun. Hi, Brianna Jordan. Okay, I got you, girl. I want to call you Bree. And definitely something with a water tube. Water. You don't have to. No, Brianna, I do this for free. This is my way of giving back to humanity. So you do not have to donate anything to me. I just do this. I put names down and whatever comes through. And I always just call on the highest good of all. So you do not have to pay for this. If you guys want a personal read with me, you can do that through my Gmail. Get a hold of me. I will never solicit you for money or donations. So if you email me or you choose to look under my description box and send a donation, that's on your own. But please do not ever send money to anybody that is asking you. I would never do that, okay? My email address is angeldynasty, all lowercase, the number 33 at gmail.com. Tiffany, are you still in here? Pickles, what are you whatevering? Sizzle, stop. Okay, stop dragging it. Are my balls dragging? Is this an episode of Dragon Ball Z? Is somebody getting feisty in here? Who watches the languages, buddy? Whoa. Sizzle these nuts. Don't be a silly goose in here. Ain't no one emailing you, bro. Sizzle, you can always hang out here. You're just gonna get skooed. SKOOLEED. Oh, girl. Constance, I got space for you, honey. So funny that your initials are CC, like Christ consciousness. 33, the third letter of the alphabet, working through the golden light, a conscious realm of evolution. So it brings like this enlightened state of warmth. It's love. You embody this like nature of love. And I feel that in your voice too when I watch your channel. For those of you that don't know, Constance C has a channel. She is also an energy reader. I love your voice. Because you have like one of those not annoying voices. You're calm and you just get in there and get her done. I'm like, look, she's so, and you keep it all organized and me, and I'm like, hey, I'm like a whole circus act. I'm like, look, I just don't know how you do it. You're so good. Are you 33? That was like my awakening. That's so funny. Yeah. You could see the initials CC everywhere too. Jeffrey, I need to know my place in this world. Alright, Jeffrey, we're going to figure this out together. We're all here to help you. I think we all want to know that at some point. Hi, Jessica Harrell. She says I'm new. Soy novio. Soy novio. You're going to get roped in. You're just going to love us. They're just gonna love us on here, guys, huh? We have, in my opinion, and I travel other channels too, and I do. There's this girl I really love, and I watch her, and I feel so bad I do not know the name. I want to say it's Connected Blue Rose Tarot, but she's not like Blue Rose Tarot. Okay, she's like that. It's Consciousness in Blue Rose. She goes, I like it here. I love her. Her little pug dog that snores on video. I'm gonna put a video of her. I love her. I pray for her all the time. When I see her videos, she brings, oh my god, she's so cute. And she's got little dark hair and she has little pigtails with her hat on. You don't need to see good energy, and you know, like, they're just a mom and trying to get through life, and then like tarot fell in their life, and you can tell you're like, it's not even just tarot or oracle, but they're so pure. I look at her as like a crystal light of energy in this world. When I see her, I'm like, I tell the universe, I'm like, please just send her mass amounts of money, because I know she's going to do something with it that's going to change the world. It's always for the greatest good. This woman, and she has a son. I think he's probably like 19. I would say 19 in energy. And then she has Pug Baby Moon, and it's her dog. I feel so bad I forgot her name. I'll post a video of hers, but I love her. Is it Christina? I like Christina too. What is her show? And she just did her new backdrop and everything different. I love her. Spiritual talk. What is she? I know you guys, Christina, okay? And she's so cute. She wears the headbands and she's got the glasses, and I fucking love that girl, dude. And I love Mermaid Scales Tarot. Cindy. I love Ascensions Tarot. I have Cindy is one of, and then Quantum Queen. If you guys have not watched the Quantum Queen, she deals with quantum physics. She, every other 3 days, she lets out from Aries to Pisces. Oh my gosh. She's one of my favorite. That's my girl. And she talks about the craziest, like, alchemical shit and how it comes into energy and emotions. Ooh. Woo! Love her. Love her. Love this. And if you guys find good readings, please, like, tag me in them. I wish I had like a page where we could share readings, because Gary and Jason, the Art of Pain, you guys send me readings through email and stuff, but sometimes, like, I'll post them on my community page. Sometimes there's just readers, and if you guys follow me, you know I'm very esoteric and philosophical, so there's always a message within the message. It just depends on the time and the space. I work with aerodynamics in a very fucking neurological divergent way. So we want to talk about ADHD or perceiving a message within a message. Yeah, I'm your Huckleberry. Okay, I am Casey Marie Huckleberry Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan. That's me. O-B. What would be the one? They went that way. It's one. One. If I tell my daughter, I'm like, no. For Miss Rachel, she's one. No. More bath, please, Mama. She's so cute. My daughter, she's not deaf, but she'll speak more sign language. She won't speak English to me. She wants it. And then if I do my light language, and I'll be praying, we'll be in the hot tub, I'll be just saying, talking, she'll come in and she'll say, oh yes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I having a light language moment under the full moon with my daughter in the hot tub? It's so beautiful. Starlight Dragon. Yeah, it's so hard for me. And my kids are 1, 2, 10, 12, and 16. Okay, and then I have a stepdaughter and a stepson who I absolutely love. Their name's Preston and Tegan. And they'll always be my kids, because I know on a soul level they are. And they are also 16. They're all 3. Fuck, Preston's going to be 18 this year. He's going to be 18. But these kids are amazing. Okay, kids. Can I just get back to kids and how grateful and blessed we are to have children, because they're the future. So what we're doing now doesn't always positively influence us, and we don't see it, but it's what we give to our children. You know, the tenacity. What are you working on? Why are you always so quiet? And sometimes if you just interact with your children and say things out loud, they might actually be telepathic and be feeling the same way you are. You just don't know it, and they don't know that's your normal to not. They feel your energy and read your vibe. But now wait till you open communication, you're like, can you hear my thoughts? Duh. Can't you hear mine? No, not until like the last week. And I'm like, what the fuck the whole time? No wonder why you're upset when I don't. Because they're trying to talk to you through the heart, you know? Like our kids are, I'm telling you. And I might be very odd saying this on this channel, but this is us. And I love you guys. And we live in a collective of people that are transforming at a very interdimensional, right, within the being, because it happens within first, right? These 7 layers of communication within the body. Then you start reaching above in the higher chakra centers that are different bandwidths or a ability to harness more energy, right, through clear consciousness and self-awareness. Okay, this isn't the devil, this isn't the Satan, this isn't witchcraft. I'm not being. So who the fuck are you, right? And you sit with yourself. Is this me? Is this I? And then I hear, I am that I am. I felt on him that I am. So even when all these things I experience, and I'll hear that I am that I am, and I'm just like, you can't put it in the Bible, you couldn't put it in a tarot card, you couldn't put it in somebody's, you could pattern medicine, you could do, but like I said, top secret shit is, you could experience portals opening, and you could want to tell somebody about the most magnificent, energetically connected 3363 as I say this moments when you just get a message, or you know somebody's pregnant before they're pregnant, or you see a plant that is, you know, like it's got his arms wide open and wants a vault and hug. Your kid comes home and you have this, and you look at them in the eye, and it's like you communicate with them the whole time. You don't say words, because sometimes words are less, you know. Vibration isn't felt first, it's an energy. You know, that's the first form of communication we naturally are, right? That's why they say follow your gut instinct. What do you feel? What's the first thing that you feel? Or, you know, before you're trying to commandeer things or thoughts of others, and you need to make things make sense. So sometimes we pull things in that aren't even us. They're thoughts of others, you know? And then we're sitting there dealing with, you know, so a wide variety of things, a wide variety of things that may not always make sense to us. But the fact that we're seeking says, I've not lost the ability to call myself crazy. Alan Watts, right? Alan Watts says, you know, I love Alan Watts. If you have not listened to Alan Watts' poetry, he will take the mind on a journey of self-exploration. And that's the mind. And then at some points he incorporates higher galactic intuitive communications within the DNA. Our DNA remembers everything. Somehow we open up the vessel of the DNA. It comes through energy, a feeling, a moment. If we're in water and we're happy, if we lost somebody profound and we're thinking of them in their memory and we want to see them manifest, and it comes into our life, we're very magical creatures. And that's what keeps us going and living, and that's the DNA that's being activated right now, is those that remember, those that create. Because once you get into the state, there's no going back. You can never look back. You can, and that's probably what makes the less fucking sense, is when you look back, you're like, what? Right? What? And it's like, okay, instead of spending time making sense of the past, if you have the sense of ability and connection, what can we create for the future? Clean water, so Ethiopian kids aren't drinking out of the bottom of a mud puddle. Warmth, shelter, knowing. We have indigenous tribes on the fucking planet that don't even know how to survive, but yet we are in a third world, what do they call it, fifth world country? Really? Really? You're blowing money on tricks and dicks and hoes, but there's people that don't. It's like, because the money is nothing. So we bring energy back online, because energy is the richness. For those of you that don't know, you could have your pockets lined. For those of us that dwell in the state of energy and recognition of what it is and can communicate telepathically with the truth and the divine mind master creator of all, we realize you're just like, you know, you hit your twice, you're down. Mario Brothers and Luigi, the axe guy. You hit him with the speck of fire. He might get you once with the speck of fire. Now you're a little guy, you hit him on the top of it, he's done. You know, they get 2 shots, you're out. You're infinite. Your creations are infinite. Sometimes we pick up and play on other people's dialogue or their own neural pathways in their life that's emitted through a transition through energy. We're going to start realizing a lot of things that we feel and experience. Bitch, you're not depressed. That's not even your shit. We're connected to other people's things. Ginny Barrow says, you should make porno. Should I make porno? I don't know if my mouth's big enough. Laverne says I say the same thing sometimes. I don't make porn, but God, you know, I'm sure that my views on that side of the world would be just as popular. I make porn. You make porn. I don't know. Can you suck your own fucking nutsack? When's the last time you cut your big toenail? I don't know. You're asking questions at this point that I also don't know. And that it's you don't know. You gotta. I have nipples, fucker. Can you milk me? And this is exactly why we're stuck in the caveman. You make porn. No, bitch. We don't make fucking porn. We're talking about advancing fucking unclean water, fucking unclean twats and pieces of shit that fucking can't see past their own fucking tiny dickhead. But yeah, I make porn. Welcome to the fucking channel. I hope you learned something. Somebody just put him in a timeout and let him come back to get bitch slapped by God's butthole again. Do you like porn? Do you want to be in God's asshole? This shit could take a turn for the worst real quick. You ever been in hangman in God's asshole? You started it. You fucking started it. And this is exactly how shit gets started every time. Oh my God. He said she had no nipples. Fuck. Get a timeout and come back. Enjoy. Hi, I'm Earth. Have we met? Fuck. How are we gonna get to Gaia when all you think about is the asshole? You know, you'll go for the fallen berries on the fucking the floorboard of a fucking old 1970 fucking 2 Chevy fucking Camaro that have been tossed under every fucking hoe bag's feet for the last fucking 8 hours on that block. But you won't pull from the top of the tree when the light's on it. It's like, hello, pick me, I'll heal everything, and I'm so pretty. But it wasn't easy because you had to crawl up a few branches. So no, we don't do porn here. Mouth porn. Do you like mouth porn? Are you deaf? Do you like to read lips? You'll love me. You're gonna fucking love me. We got mouth porn all day long here. What does that mean? It's so much more interesting than porn. You already know her panties are coming off and she's gonna get it in the butthole and then the friend's gonna come put it in the side of the ear, mouth, whatever. I can't see from here because his balls are just slapping. Shitty camera, right? Do you see where I have to go with these sorts of things? We're all in or none. Or you could sit on a picnic table and just wonder why the sun shines so beautifully as it is and why do you know how to, I don't know, cure cancer or fucking pornism. You got pornism. I can't work with some people in this collective. God knows I am trying. God knows I'm trying. And sometimes I try to know too much more than I need to know. Okay. Sorry, guys. We always taking a left turn. Welcome in. Hold on. My children are... I'm getting flagged down. They know my name. They know where I'm at. Shh. I'll be right back. I've got Lee Pee Wee little ones. They matter more than porn. So I'll be right back. Hold on, I just read that comment. Doesn't sound like a man to me. Let me just say something. I have found more attraction in somebody that has less human abilities. Okay, let's just say. In some way, they lack an attribute of what our normal is. But in some ways, it's highly heightened in another way. the consciousness. To me, that's more hot than seeing what my butt looks like in a thong next to 50 women, because I could give two shits less. At that principle, I'm going to be the one clinching it to where it looks like I got hit in the ass with a sack of nickels just so I don't have to be in the competition. I can go have a bonfire and shoot my gun and fucking drink a beer on my own. That's the bitch I am. I don't even want to be in this game. I'm going to clinch it so tight and so I'm going to be like, hey, you want to make porn? Just so I can get the fuck out. Do you guys understand some of the people that we're dealing with is terrible? I don't. Oh my God, is that George Washington? Right by God's asshole? It is. Founding fathers. Do you want to learn about them or do you want to look at those cheeks? Because I can relax them if you like. You know what I mean? You could keep them there all day. Talk about owning the power. The power of God's asshole. And they thought it was the pussy the whole time. It was the pussy now. I'll be right back. On that note, I have to go fucking correct my children. Or they correct me, one of the two. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new, hit the like I've been muted the whole time. Did it look good? I hope it looked good. Woo! Fuck. This is why I can't work here. Okay. Son of a bitch. It was a really good story. I guess it's not. Good God. For those of you that know, when you can tap in, you can either mouth read because you're deaf, or, right? Some of you got the whole story, nothing but the story, so hope you got. For those of you that didn't, here we are. I just work here. You guys see what I'm up against? And that's when I knew I was being evil-eyed. When my shit was on mute the whole time, fuckers came right in for me. I cannot. The paradigms that fall, it's like a zipper and the body comes out and you're like, da! You're like, how did I even believe in the things I used to? We're so cute. Did you get the fault confirmed? You know? I think she said, I love you, motherfucker. And that is the one thing you got out of it, you were dead on. So what do I do with that? You know? Good God. Maybe your storyline changed because it was muted. Maybe you didn't hear what was meant for you. Because I hate that. And I'll know it too when there's a reading and there's a reader and she's right on and then the phone's like, hit the opposite. I can't wait. Next Wednesday, February 25. You're like, what the fuck is that? That was the message I needed, and now that motherfucker's cutting out. So there's step. I told you I'm getting evil-eyed. Somebody's evil-eying me. Evil-eying. Have you ever been? It's one thing to be evil-eyed, but have you ever been evil-eyed? It's a play on words. It don't mean shit, but the same thing. But unless you think it does, it does. Right? It's power of the mind, not the pussy. Okay, we're getting back into the read. Outside of all of that, muted, not heard. Now there's pussy involved, and now this is how the fucking wildfire got started. All right, here we go. All right, Tiff, I'm going to say this to you esoterically, and I'm only going to say it once. And this is the transmission that comes through. You're only as keen as the trickster who wish to be from. It feels like there's a play on words here. Maybe you're good with words. Maybe there's some sort of emotional manipulation in some way that has to deal with having better boundaries, whether this is you or them. I do feel like there's something about a bitter bitch or a bitter truth within this scenario. See, and right now it feels like, you know when you get called on and you're supposed to read in class and they popcorn your ass, right? And you're not a good reader, not out loud anyways, right? Because you're so worried about whatever people think about you, and what if you don't read good, or what if it's not what they like, and it feels like that comes back through probably a lot for you. Empowered by the change. What isn't working, able to see what others cannot, defying the conventions. Better boundaries are needed, communication. Creating boundaries requires self-love and discipline. It is not about you shutting people out or being unkind. It is about you telling them you care enough about yourself to create boundaries that are for your highest good. Clear communication is needed to keep the boundaries intact. Emotions, it feels like your emotions come in and they create this disconnect. There's something maybe perhaps you're not wanting to let go of, and it feels like a soul contract, and you know this, whatever this is not for your highest good. Lovers come out to define that in reverse. Absolutely not. I don't know what you're communicating with, but it's not the aspect of that person that you think you are. I feel like you're being deceived in some way about a family situation or what your happiness is, because I think you skip some steps from a young child to adolescence. I want to say rite of passage to being a mother. There's some skip steps in there, and there's some precognition and an ability to make decisions because of being influenced by spirit. I think you always were connected. I think some people in your life weren't, and you were easily deceived by others' appearances, actions, or the way that they thought. Just like me being muted. Like, you've been muted your whole life. I'm so proud of you for stepping into the truth of you are. I don't know about your mom, and I don't want to talk about moms or mom energy because I don't want to do that, but I want to say, way to go. I want to say, way to go. If you haven't by now, you will. And your truth is more powerful than any lie one could conceive or hold in lieu of a perfect family. But deep down, I think you know this family is not as... It's never what it seems to be. And I don't know why I want to say that. You're like different. You're like, fuck you guys. Like, I'm going to go travel my own path. I'm just going to say this. I want to say, biatch. I like you. You fucking break all the rules. You're like, I'm going to take my truth. I'm going to put a little Fulton spin on it, right? Because I know things that I probably shouldn't know. You're highly intellectual. You carry a truth, and if you haven't already, you're going to discover that. And I think you've known this since a little kid. It has to do with a family situation and making a choice. So perhaps you are going to choose to walk away from whatever this dynamic is that is, you're so fucking tired of it. I want to say that. To experience something different. I'll be weird. I'll be your huckleberry. You know, I don't want to live a lie anymore. I don't want to be around other people's lies. I want to know my truth, what I am of. Not what other people's done to me, what I've been through, my parents, you know, people that I've lost. It's always emotions and feeling it. What do I feel me? Feels like you're on a journey to a deeper understanding. But you could feel like you're blocked in that way because there's other people around you. And I think this is a part of yourself that wants to understand yourself of what you're going through. I don't know if there's overdose comes out and can't stop thinking of you. So I don't know if you're dealing with somebody or you're here to help souls in a way that can't connect through a natural level of or state of being. Seems like speed or things are influenced by energized coffee came out. So maybe it's a higher vibration. Lack of responsibility, drugs, alcohol. So maybe you come in as a guide in some way in that. No going back. Yeah, you know you cannot go back to what you've previously experienced. It's made you a whole ass person. Past life is suffering and natural healer. New herbs and remedies are going to come into your mind. These are going to be truths that are spoken through like a higher intellect or dreams that you get about healing people that you love that are addicted to drugs. Or it feels like even if it's on a soul vibration level, it's like depression in some way, you're going to help set them free. Because you don't make choices. You don't rest your laurels in what everybody else says. It feels like you're going to step up and follow your own fortitude, your own deeper knowing. And it's very alone. And yes, and if you're feeling very alone and depressed and on your own, I just want to let you know that I love you. You're not alone. Follow that path because Spirit's going to lead you to be in one fucking hell of a healer. One fucking hell of a healer for those drug addicts. It feels like you might be very beautiful or very aesthetically pleasing to many, but it feels like you are that one person that, even if you don't feel like you're outstandingly beautiful, energy you have, and it feels, and I'm hearing sexual, so you could emit an energy of very, you make people tap into their emotions. They probably never forget about you. You know what I mean? In a way, you bring them on board without doing it. Number for you I got is 6666. You know, you're never what you seem to be. People would think this is the mark of the beast or the devil's number, but turns out it's great blessings. Self-love, boundaries, needs, good vibe, wisdom, understanding, and letting go. Nurture yourself, your needs, desires, boundaries. Let go of the things that were weighing you down. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit in all areas of your life. That big love, the opportunity, the job, needs to squeeze in somewhere. Feels like you got some new things moving in, whether it's ideas or people. Just be strong and courageous because it feels like you're being led on the right path. I send you so much love, Tiffany. Not conventionally, but I am. Love you, Mariah. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that. All right, who do we have next? Did my voice change? Okay, Bree Jordan. Brianna, are you in here? Blinded by a light, wrapped up like a deuce, another motoring night. He said I'd be sitting here thinking of you and all that you do, and all that you say comes through like a flow from me to you. Okay, no Bree. Bree ain't in here no more. Were you playing that on the drums? Tiff plays drums, that's badass. They say that time forgets the wounds of those who get left behind. Constant C, 33. But we master the light in the light that holds the two. Waymaker, gifted in helping others to feel. You're like a siren. Your soul song is that of a siren. It's not that you would say what you've been through, or it feels like you've been able to take an observer's standpoint interdimensionally and multidimensionally in very many different aspects. Yeah, you're so beautiful of a soul, Constance. I want to talk about big bones, okay? Because I want to talk about having big bones. One less rib and a bigger heart. It's like you can harness something that others can't because it's like a genetic makeup. It's like it's giant. I want to talk about giants. So like when the Nephilim bred with the, I'm hearing Syrian. Sekorotedi shoroteti upopi sereti kerati popopi shikarateti orateti kopopi shikoteti. It's when many different races came together on the planet at the same time. But I want to talk about the toti shese ketete popi sakateti shikarateti upopi. Like at this time when you kind of like, I'm talking to your soul right now, okay? It's like when your soul came here. Native lands were changing hands. indigenous tribes were no longer so indigenous. So we would look at it as like TikTok coming into MySpace. Okay, so time infiltrated, my computer cut out. DNA. You have the best of both worlds. You're enabled to encompass an energy that most cannot. It's not that you actually encompass it, but yet you can refract it. You're, what do you call it? You can you can bring forward an energy, but you have this ability. You're like a projector screen. It's not that you have the energy, and it's like your energy, your molecules alone are regenerative. You can upgrade or downgrade to any level of which you need to be to communicate or relay a message. It might be not super dramatic because they're showing me how I get silly and like I'm more loud. You do it in a very dynamic way of intellectual diversity. It's not what you say, but the frequency that comes off. Because so you're advanced. All right, in communication. March, you're going to see this. Transformers. I don't know if you have boys that watch Transformers or something about transforming information from mechanics to electronics to bio. Yeah, God, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Even if you speak, you're relaying several messages at the same time. You're a bioweapon of multi-dimensional destructions and rebuildings. You're like the voice of God, energetically. And I do, when I listen to you, I too. And I wish you did longer videos. Because you know my ass would be on here for fucking 3-4 hours, right? I wish you, because you're ASMR to me. Your voice is ASMR to me. I could listen to your, if you guys don't know who I'm talking to, I'm talking to this beautiful girl right here. Her name is Constance C. She's in the comments of the live chat. CONSTANCE capital C. Constance C. She has her own channel where she has her own vibration. And I'm going to tell you what she's tapping into is very mama. I'm saying big titties and like a nurturing mom. You know when you just got that fucking babysitter that puts you to sleep on her big fat fucking nice warm titties and she just, you know what I mean? And she, yeah, that's you to the universe. I don't know why I'm putting it in layman's terms like that, but I feel like I need to. Maybe you do have big boobs. I don't know. Maybe you do. But it's just like something about warm, comfortable titties that just makes people like a babysitter or a mama. And you just have this impressed feeling about you. And you just plant seeds. The universe is like, yeah, I know. It is the titties. I'm so sorry. But it's not, I have the smallest, you know, as a female. Okay, I got great biceps, abs, fucking, right? But when it comes to the mom, I'm more of a touchy-feely, love you, kiss you, that's me. But if you're going to lay on me, you know, I'm more, I don't know where you would lay, like your head on my heart and like, should I flex, should I not? Because I just don't have it unless you lay at the bottom of my butt cheeks where there's a little bit of fat, you know? You're like, they could just fucking lean on you. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. No, it won't be long. You'll understand. We all need somebody with some big nice titties to lean on. So just call on me, brother. And I don't got him. I don't got him. And I don't got a booty clap. I love you guys. Constance, you know I love you. You like a big nice set of spiritual titties. I'm going to love you forever. And I swear to God, if we ever have these meetings in public service, we're going to laugh so hard. You're like, oh my God. Because you guys always get to see me, but I never get to see you. And I swear to God, if Constance comes across and she's like, B, bye, bo, and these I'm going to just say, and I'm looking at the card, yes, yes, yes. Constance is that I'm gonna act blind. I'm gonna get into a lower sensory state of perception. Constance, is that you? Because I'm straight, but everybody loves big spiritual blessings of. You know when they're just soft and nice, and you just had too many beers and you just want to, Mama. You know, I'm fucking tired and I'm sick of all you guys' shit and I just wish everything would go away and you get between two sets of fucking vibrational. It just happens. I don't think it's tits. I think it's the energy behind the heart. And I'm just going to go with that. You know what I'm saying? I think I need to go to bed. I think... Expiration date. I don't give a fuck. I like them and I'm not giving them up yet. Couple more nights. I know, it's so hard to let go of. It's so hard to let go of the nice, happy, fluffy feeling until you see bigger and fluffier. There's always somebody bigger that comes along and kicks your ass. You could be the toughest guy I know, but how are you to a set of nice, fluffy, spiritual titties? Serves the light. Been through a lot. I'm in the poltergeist right now. Guys, I love you. Alright, moving on. Constance, I love you. Did you lose a friend? Because can I touch on this for a moment? She did not. Mariah, I love you. MF stands for motherfucker, so good block right there. Constance. Why does this heart have a face like this when I start thinking about a lost one? Or death in the family. Yeah. Balancing. You're very psychic, intuitive. Death and loss and heartbreak come out again with death, family, friend loss. Okay, the beacon of the night within the transformation of the new beginning within your spirituality is what brings it forward. So you do connect. You are like the titties of spirituality and love. Like you bring all these people and you probably met the most array of beautiful weirdos, you know. They're not what you think you look like, but they're the best friends. You know, they show up and have hamburger helper with you with some applesauce or juice box. You know, the people that just love you for you. What are you having for dinner tonight? Toast, some fucking hamburger helper, a little bit of applesauce or peaches in a can, right? Glass of ice milk and some Jeopardy. The best time you ever had. Sense of light that comes in. Definitely some sort of loss that you've suffered in some way that's brought you into balance. And I think it really has to do with self-awareness. And I really think somebody does like your boobies. And I'm not, you know me. I'm not one to get on the boobies, but somebody definitely likes your boobies. Yeah, felt it in my soul. Yeah, I feel that. Felt it in my soul as he was passing away. Didn't find out till 2 days later. I feel that. What did he have a thing with your boobs? I think, okay, this sounds really weird, but I think he wished you had 3 boobies. I don't know. Maybe his head was the 3rd boob. Maybe he always had his head in your ass. Yeah, cuddling and laying with you was the favorite. You being naked. I'm sorry, this is getting a little out there. We'll stop it. Maybe you could have something on, but this person could always see your genuinity. Your genuinity. Is that a word? It's like you're soft, you know, when you like have baby oil on and you feel beautiful and you don't care, you're not trying to be sexy, but somebody just looks at you and it's like everything about you, right? No matter how they touch you, like you're so soft, you're beautiful. And then they know they're going in a way. They knew they were going to go before. Whether they said give you signs, but the best moments you ever had in your whole life, the deepest interconnected personal relationship you'll ever feel. Even if, I don't know if you're a bigger girl. I just want to say, however you are, you're fucking stunning. You're so fucking beautiful to me. I just hear that. You're so fucking beautiful to me. Your hair, the way it curls behind your ears, your body, They just keep showing me like the waist area, like a little bit thicker, but love it. And something about comfort, like their head on your chest, or just loving you. Love you so much. My whole world comes through. Like you are my balance. You balance me. You're fucking so beautiful. And this person's like with you. I see a car accident and it comes out here as I say that at the top of the deck. So it feels like something sudden. Maybe there was something with an unsafe situation. This could have been an earth sign. I'm seeing Watcher on Earth. Like you now are being. The sky's the limit. The sky's the limit for you. I love you. The mostest. Forever and ever. To the moon and back. Constance, I love you. That comes through for you. I'm getting emotional because I feel like I've loved you my whole life. And I think people can make that with you. Your sound and your vibration is unique. But there's definitely somebody that... We see the other side, but I want to let you know, this because they're gone from this earth, like... I feel like you're having like an intergalactic... Whoever you lost is still in love with you. Like, you still communicate with them. You're still together. It's like a spiritual connection of... That's what's opening. You're going to realize you still get to be on Earth, but still love them too. Even the sex was really good, but the touch. It's touch. It's a love language, and you get that, yes. Even though you're in two parts at the same time. It's through cognition, but then it becomes real because you bend and mold in reality. Damn. Yeah, sometimes you have to do that. I know. I can say that, telling him to not communicate, and I know I lost my kid's father, and she's only one. He never got to meet her, but I get that. I feel you. And we have a lot of the same spirit that just says, that might have been supernatural, but I'm going to create better and more for my whole lineage to discover and find. His dad found him. Was it an overdose? Found him in a motel room, unopened beer, and a note that said, "Stay sober." Whoa. Okay, have you ever thought this was tied to some sort of underhanded workings or tied to money? Because death is in reverse. I don't know. This could just be somebody else's. And you have money out here. And then you have not working as hard with something being right on time. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. But it feels like it's tied to something else. Decision, a choice, a blockage. You went deep on this, huh? Why do I feel like whatever it was is not justified, and March Madness comes out at the top of the deck? Somebody was just seeking approval. And I always mean for the highest good to come out, but I feel like there's some layer of uncovered upside down shit in this situation with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Alright. Well, we're always sending love and life out. Yeah, you're telepathic with this person and you get messages. That's crazy. Because I channel Macklemore a lot. And Mac Miller. And I never even listened to Mac Miller. And Kurt Cobain. So I want to talk about my body's having a physical reaction to that energy of falsified deaths. Because I just don't think things are going where you think they are. Souls, death, 6 feet under. All of a sudden, energy shifts into something a lot deeper. Maybe it's not 6 feet down. hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far gone. Ain't so far gone. Huh. There's definitely a lot more at trying to make peace. Yeah, just that's all you can do, really. Because the truth that don't come out now, it's always refracted and revealed within the future aspects of that. In the stars, you'll see the truth. Astrology comes out for you, by the way, Constance, and it says you are being called to explore astrology to gain deeper insights, to reveal by planetary positions for a deeper understanding of a soul's journey. See, somehow you understand a timeline, how time's kept akashically, superficially and supernaturally. It's all about the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah, we're tied together in a community in some way, because I see me working with you, Jason, and Mariah and Hot Rod in the future. I can see us like at a picnic table, and then I'm having this flashback of, I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but it's Martin Lawrence is in it. I'm a Scotsman, shoobity doo bop bop bop. He thinks his wife's cheating on him, but she's not. It's her twin sister came home for the weekend and she's fucking the husband upstairs, but he comes home, Martin Lawrence does, and his redheaded wife. Anyways, no, it wasn't Martin Lawrence's wife. Martin Lawrence was the thief and he was already married. What the fuck is that? En Route 66. It all comes together in the end. It makes perfect sense, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I know this seems a little bit. Constance, I love you. Thank you. Girl, you don't even know. You don't even know. You, natural hot springs water and crystals. I don't know if you sing, but it feels like you have this siren sound to you. Song of the South. Sweet potato my, and it shook my mouth. Gone with the wind. Ain't nobody looking back again. It's like you close a gate. No matter how many emotions are tied, you have this ability that you draw the curtain, you close the gate on fake shit. You know, true emotion and true depth. You have a gift. My God. And for those of you that are just getting on that don't know who I'm talking about, I'm talking about Constance C right here in the life. CONSTANCE, capital C. She has her own channel. Go check her out. That's why I'm intuiting right now. I love you guys. See, and that's the thing. That's how we get, right, Mariah? It's like a person or metaphysical. And I think it's both. And that's where you tie back into the connection of like, is this fucking me? Somebody that I once loved, energy of them? Is this fucking telepathic, psychic, fucking blockages? Like, there's so many things that are falling, and I think I want to say to you all, be well and be loved, and know that anything that comes for you is not difficult. And then I want to say, with the middle finger up, it's just as difficult as you make it for others. You know, it's like the universe responds to you in the way that it reveals things. You want to be a little prick, I'm going to be a little prick too. But it's the best way that you know how to live. It's like you spread that energy, but it's good. It's humor. It's humor. It's fun. It's good. It's like, get back to laughing. Get back to being a smartass. Like, when the fuck did we get so serious? When was talking about big titties, not, I don't even know. Constance, I fucking love you. And thank you for the $49.99 in the super chat and donating. Wow, that is from another reader. Like, I just feel, and a mom, and I don't know if you're a mom. I feel like you're a mom. You're just very mothery to a lot. I mean, we talked about your boobs for about, feels like 30 minutes back there. My head's still against them metaphysically if we're talking about those sorts of things. I know, this is such a crazy channel. But everything is symbolic. Big, nice, smooth titties could mean, like, don't worry, like, get on the Aladdin's fucking magic carpet ride. You know, when he got the genie, he's like, well, technically I didn't wish for that. And he's like, well, kid, he rubs him on the head. It feels like somebody gets another chance at something here. 'Cause there's a tear in my beer and I like to rope some damn good steers and have a barbecue tonight. Invite your best friends. We might always be communicating, but just on a different level, because we never say, what the fuck? Are you guys experiencing this? Are you having these metaphysical or supernatural out-of-body experiences, or these deep thoughts where you literally like, okay, I might need to get some help. You ever need to have a beer or fucking whatever. Go on to nature or have a microdose of shrooms or whatever. Anything that gets you out of like the patterning that your body's stuck in. To shift it, to change it like a crystalline grid. Listen to the call. Well, if I do drugs, then I'm just she's a bad mama jamma. Be the bad mama jamma. There's energy in the bad mama jamma. Woo! I was so bad last night, but today I feel like praising the Lord. Whatever it comes out as, I'm just going to tell you. Ain't no, how does he say? Ain't no river high. Motherfucker, ain't no river low. Ain't no mountain wide enough, baby. Hey, if you need me, call me. I'll be there in a hurry. Hey, you don't have to worry. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. You ever just not gave enough shits about what the fuck everybody else outside of you is thinking just to love yourself for a moment? Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. I'll be there in a hurry. Don't have to worry. I like the mountains. It's a mountainside view. Making love in the mountains is a beautiful thing too, I know. All those trees, all those rocks, all that naivety and that flirtatiousness, and then knowing you're gonna go make some fat ass bratwurst, some fucking s'mores at camper tent, and calling up to nice fat booty in the fucking tent. Wake up to some fat sausage burritos, chorizos, bacon, eggs, who knows, you knew, a couple of fish and another nap, then you're in the galactic. It's gonna be a good next fucking spring. All I need is a pop-up camper and a little house your motherfucking mother. 2 good set of tires on a fucking single axle, I'm good. Battery. Yeah, diode stay charged. We're in it to win it. It's gonna be a good spring. I can sleep 10 behind my shit plus fucking 5 seats up front. We're in. I know, comment. Pickles, it was the negative person that said Pokemon card. I cook too, Jace. When I go camping, I like to do the breakfast thing. I like to be up early too because I want to get the fire, I want to get the coffee, and then everybody's... You know, you get like one good helper. It's like, don't worry, bro, I got the fucking fire. And I'm like, but I kind of wanted the fire. But I also want to cook the bacon too, you know, because you like your bacon just right. I don't want my shit too crispy, you know, and I don't want it too fatty. And I like my potatoes and chorizo and ham. I want a big fat burrito, and then I want to start day drinking. And then I want to play some fucking meander down and go adventure. And then I want to come back up and play some, what do you call that? Some cornhole out of God's ass, right? And then we take a little nap, maybe heat up a few burritos from before, and then we go out and do some night fishing, some night crawling. You know, you might be in the middle of bumfucked Egypt and you got a fucking pretty mouth. And you might be like, I don't know why in God's green earth I'm out here, but I sure love it. You know, it's about gratitude. Siphoning yourself back into a different time and reality of I am that I am. That I am. Fulton am. Yeah, it is Fulton, then I am. Tell me you're not a robot. I am not a robot. You know, it's kind of hard to deny the obvious. What up, Mac Mochas? Thank you guys for hitting the like and subscribe button if you're new. Thank you guys for all the donations and the way that you contribute to the channel. You know I love you. Tonight's been kind of like a, you know I love you. I haven't been doing reads on Saturday and Sunday because, you know, I've met a new collective of folks that I enjoy hanging out with and sharing time with and cooking and venturing, and it's been nice. Well, that, and I have formed full telepathy with my fucking 5 children, so that's pretty cool. I don't know, there's a lot of things I'm going through right now. You know, so the bandwidth of communication and on an esoteric level, I have that, and I can spit that out all day long, but I think I want to really cut through the shit. There's a lot of butt talk around here for some reason, you know? It's like getting to the point. And then when I'm thinking about that, now we're really at the tip of God's asshole. So you guys do see where I'm going when things lead back. So we're at the source of things, right? Where does this shit come from? Well, here we are. I'm sorry. If you watch me and you've been watching me, you understand at this point. I do not. I just tap in and go. So I guess you could say I might be a little gay at times because we get right in the neck of it. The nip of it. The tip of... We're not getting at the tip of it. We're not getting at the tip of it. We're getting to the ass end of it and we're closing it down. There's cycles here. And I'll have you look at life like a chapter of Asset's books. You know? And once again, I find myself working here and it's my first day. I think I got fired yesterday. Either way, here. Hi. I'm Earth. Have we met? Good God, have mercy. Come with me. Everything will be just fine. Telepathy is sweet with the children. I know, you guys never, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get up. We're acting up. Never know what you're going to get up. Some of you have your libido, like your wanger could have been like rock hard and that fucking bitch hits off your belly button. You know what I mean? Back in your day, you could be in like your late 40s, 60s, and all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, whoa, I haven't pissed yet, but this fucker is like, swing. Like, you could be getting into a whole new energy of like, is that my shit or is that, well, it's not your shit, because that's only me, so this is my shit. Like, it's a whole new world. And this, I can't even sing it really nice. You know, you got a good boner. Your shit's growing. You've multiplied in magnitude of energy, and it's surfacing in your cock. And your big boobs. I gotta go. I hope everybody has a good night from Idaho. Number to be on the lookout for. I'm sorry. You guys know I love you. Is Karma. Your big dick Karma. 888. Support. Balance. Finances. Success. I just work here and I deliver the messages. Cycles. What goes around comes around. I'm so mature. And I'm going to read the rest of the card right now. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to make personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. That you could have an enormous potential of delivering a message in whatever way you deliver the message. It's working. Sometimes you just calm people out by being the chaotic you that you are. Do you guys think I would look good with my hair that short? I think when I hit my 50s, hold on, let's check it out. No? Is that too grandma-y? Okay, should I do this? Could you imagine? I know. Neither. Stand up and shout. Stand up and shout. No short hair for this girl. I like to pretend like I'm not there and just peek through, you know. I need to have something. And even if you are naked, then even then it doubles as a bra. And if you bend over fur enough, you know, fur enough. Not far, further, fur. You ever done bend fur enough over where you ain't done there and done doing the things you ain't done there supposed to do? I don't know why. I love you guys. I don't even know how you're dealing with me at this point. But I think we're going to be miraculously rich in wonders of the world if we stay on this path. The longer the better. Yes. The longer the better. Mariah, that's where I'm at. I knew it was not my energy. But she says, don't even talk about getting a hard on over here. Okay, for one, I'm going to need you to take 2 steps back and literally go fuck your own face. Because I'm trying to have this conversation with me, myself, and Irene, and now your big dick's getting in here trying to have a say. And I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry if you guys are experiencing this and you're not on this level, but hello, McFly, you know? Sometimes you just get out there and you're like, is that my dick or yours? Either way, it's communicating. I think we should get all in and have a full communication. It either works or it doesn't. And I think the planets are aligned. It's going to be great. Close your eyes. And this is why we have no friends. Somebody said it. I just had the balls to say it. Somebody was thinking it. I said it. It's not my big titties, by all means. And it's not you. God, we're not making this into a short, are we? Should we make this about short titties? We'll get all the likes for all the wrong reasons. And we're not trying to do that, Joshua. Be strong and courageous. Joshua 1:9. They were nice, knowledgeable titties at some point, Mariah, when you're not hanging out. This is exactly how it ends up here, you know? Remember that big cock and balls I posted on the community page? He's like, I asked for, what did he say? He said, I asked the Prime Creator for a giant cock and... Fucking Jason, help me out here. What did he say? It's a picture of a guy on the back of a rooster. I can't work here anymore. And I don't want to be on anybody's cock and balls or talking about them, although they have a lot of power behind them. How do you work it? I don't know. Take that sexual energy. Turn that frown upside down. I don't know. Maybe some of you just need a grand release. It's a purge. There's activation of life codes within your sexual body. Touch it and release. I gotta go. Love from Idaho. You guys started it. Up higher. No, your other left. No comment. I gotta go. I just dropped all of my cards on account of that. I think I dropped something that I need to pick up. Now I have to bend and snap off camera. I love you guys. I don't even know where tonight's read went. I feel like we were all over the place with some and none at all. But I guess in the future maybe it'll be all. I'll have some. What does it say? And some gave all. Alicia, I love you. At least we get in here for a good laugh. I mean, you know what? You can watch all the shorts till you're blue in the face. I said it. You guys are the ones thinking it. Wouldn't it be so nice to have good sex? A nice, strong spiritual connection. No attachments, like you're more connected to the trees in nature, but you do a thing and you just... You might, you know, you see him and you smile and you're like, okay, I said good day. And then later that evening in a full moon, you're like, oh! And it's not a sad thing, but you just share energy. Like the divine's going to bring connections in that might make you a little risky. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, and I know we're all adults here because I said this for 18 and over. If you touch yourself, Okay, and I cannot believe I'm getting into this sort of let the bitch go. Like sometimes, you know, the celibacy thing is great, but you can actually regain more energy because right now you're at an all-time low. You need to raise that libido. A nice booty, big set of titties you fall asleep on, or you know, just you need to get the job done in the most respectful way. You know what I mean? As you're rubbing one out. And I do not know why this is coming through because this is not me. I connect with the highest good for the highest good of all. You know what I mean? See how you manifest through that state of good boundaries. I don't know why this is coming through. 333 and 888 as I say that. Connect. Just because we've been told it's bad and naughty, it's not. The body, I mean, could you imagine even when you come down the chest or the side of the arms and somebody rubs on you and you feel like that feeling of like, ugh, you know, your whole body melts because somebody's connecting with you energetically. That's what I'm talking about. It's not just about like, I want to hump you, right? It's anything you can do, I can do better. No, you can't. Yes, I can. I think it's touch, it's energy. Activation light codes. It's about releasing the old and bringing in the new. It's a thought pattern. It's a thought pattern. You know, you can see somebody naked before you ever see them naked. It happens. Okay, I guess we all do that. Okay, maybe if not, it's me. Either way, yeah, I seen your ball sack. And I think we're going to have a great time. Just have fun. It's time to let loose a little bit. Because when you do, like, your creativity comes back online. So don't be stifled by your own naivety of being pure. I guess. Even if it's with, do you not trust your own self to let some energy go to bring in some new energies, and planets are shifting. So other things should too. We are human. What does he say? So just do it like we do on the Discovery Channel. You and me, bathing nothing but mammals. That's terrible. All right, on that sexy note, oh my gosh, we're energy. Okay, there are some sexual healers, and I just want to say this, okay, because I danced for about 4 years, and I would have people come into the club, and they'd be like, I don't even want a lap dance from you. I literally, the coffee money, you know, in quarters. I just want to talk to you. I don't want you to take your clothes off. I just want to talk to you. And the owners would get so pissed. They're like, if you're not having a lap dance, Jesse, then you can't be out on stage because you're not 21. You need to be back behind the bar if you're not on first stage, second stage, or giving a lap dance. I said, I am getting a lap dance, but he wants me to sit next to him. I don't have to touch him, move my body, anything. He wants to know about my horses, how I... And the security officer's getting paid, the DJ's getting paid, the bar's getting paid, the owner's getting paid, and it's my motherfucking time, which is my money. And you're telling me I can't sit next to him, I have to be doing all the nasty things. See, so they never want the pure connection. So I don't know why that's coming out right now, but I just want to say I have had over, and outside of all the girls who are like, yeah, I'll meet at the gas station after, you know, the club shuts down, and they're doing all the things, right? I had people that would come to see me on a regular, not me ask, you're just such a beautiful light in my eyes. Just seeing you smile, or, you know, when they'd walk in, it's all about the soul, baby. It's all about the soul. Yes, Miss Edmondson, you can ask a question. Girl, I'm on my 5th kid. She says, I'm scared to get pregnant again. The universe is going to bring a multi-dimensional being of higher intelligence into your life. Come on. They're just more channels and splits off your own soul. It's like you have more antennas and connections around you when you learn how to connect to it. Yeah, Starlight Dragon, I think you're right. You said they could sense your energy. And I was young. I was not aware like I am now. But I always hated being pretty. I always thought it was a curse. Because the prettier you are, you never get pure friendships, because you might. For me, I always had the big fluffy girls. And I don't know why I like big people. I just do. overweight, oversized people. They're funny, they're pure, they're genuine. You know what I mean? I never rolled around with like the popular group. I was always mudding, and I always had a shit ton of fucking redheads, freckles, popular kids, jockeys, geeks, you know what I mean? Whatever, cowboys, cowgirls, goody goodies. My parents knew I was out here, you know what I mean? And we'd be leaping over fucking pallets in the middle of the forest in a, you know, fucking Burning Man, whatever. We'd walk drunk, dumb. We'd all camp out and get up the next morning, start our trucks, fucking hot rod back through the mud holes, get stuck, start day drinking. We're crazy. We're misfits. If you're on this channel, this is a misfits channel. Okay, we are backwoods, down south, ranchers, couple fucking tears in my beers, fucking dad's gonna be pissed type of motherfuckers. We break all the rules. But we found the good Lord. Living is the life. Yeah, Jace. That's what I'm saying. Is like living. I have these experiences and these. I like my fucking friends who don't give a fuck. They're not about one thing or another, but alright, you want to go? Let's go. To me, I'm in love with that feeling. Alright, I found this new place last weekend and I haven't been all the way back and I don't know where the roads lead to. We might get kicked out, but bring a tent, some fucking warm clothes, we can start a fire. Worst case scenario, we sleep out overnight and we'll head back in the morning, you know? Fuck yeah, you know? It might be the roughest night of camping and sleeping and whatever. Can't start your fire, whatever it looks like for you. But sometimes mine is the most beautiful thing you need in your whole life. That's the girl I am. I want to go. Yeah, let's go. I'm in. You got this new hot springs, these new rock caves, or you want to climb or crawl. Yeah, I want to go. Let me make sure my kids are taken care of. The ones that can't go, the ones that are old enough, fuck, they're coming too. You know, let a few people know where we're headed out to, get some supplies, and let's go. Adventure. I think that's what it's about. What up, Mac McCullis? Overcarrying. Yeah, I remember when I was young. I'm 36 years old. I have 5 kids. I'm a single mom. Been married twice. Once for 13 years, once for a couple years after that. For the first time in my adult life, outside of dancing, being in the military, being a part of some sort of FFA, 4-H, equitation, high school rodeo, some sort of, I get a B on my own. Weird, odd. I'm a misfit. Out of 11 girls in my family, I am definitely different. It's for the geniuses. We're about the geniuses, the genius energy. And we harness that forward. Alright guys, I love you. I gotta go in and see my bambinos. I've been on here for 3:14:53. I love you guys. You mean the world to me. Thanks for allowing me to be me first and foremost. Just get on here and we're different. I know. It's a family. I don't think I get on here for all the likes and subscribes, and I don't expect anybody to follow who is looking for that sort of thing, but those that want a family of a soul tribe that we communicate, I fucking love you guys. You don't even know. You have no idea. Shirley, I love you too. Constancy. And you guys, I have the most wide varied people that watch the show. You guys are city slickers, right? But I'm talking to the soul. I fucking love you. All of you. All the personal reads I do, I just want you to know, if you get a personal read with me, and my intention, I don't want personal reads. I don't need the money in that way. I want to connect with people that want to evolve their souls. And when I get the honor to connect with you guys through an hour-long personal read, the things that come out are, I see you guys on a soul level, on a Akashic level. You know, we might talk about titties and God's asshole here, but when we really get down to your energy, some of the most miraculous things come through, and I'm in awe. Not only is it for you, but it's for me, and I see the role that we play in each other's lives, and it's so diverse, and I can't wait till we advance this next level of telepathy or communication through energy or likeness of, we get past the healing part, and we're like, okay, now we motherfuckers, we are the power. We're the power. We're the free energy. We are these star beings that are connected to these. We got the galactic seeds that run off of this crystalline grid through this earthly energetic realm. Anything we come into alignment with and power with connecting to our higher sense of self in this earth, we are fucking limitless. No fucks given for the greatest good of all, of course, right? I'm just now getting the gnat's fucking ass. Like a gnat's ass of this, of how the fucking amount of potential that I have. And I know I'm connected to you, so I know you guys are in alignment with this, and I read energy, and we are collectively here. I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. I don't care if you don't like the way I roll, or you think I'm weird or too much energy. I don't fucking care. I'm so okay with being in alignment with true authentic souls that understand energy than those that are AI and those that want to judge and sit behind a computer. We're separating the meek from the men. You're gonna be a little bitch about titties and fucking dick, then bye. Because I don't want to go on a fucking campfire or a fucking bonfire, and I don't want to sell Girl Scout cookies. I don't want to be with you. People like you. No. No, like Tyler Tail says, stop talking to me. Stop negating the read. This is about upliftment and fucking futuristic, setting our eyes set on the stars of which we are. Limitless. Limitless. I don't care if you drink. I don't care if you're under addictions or you're trying to find your way off the streets or life hasn't been that good to you, because you're a fucking golden key to evolution. What you went through. You're funny, motherfucker. I know it's been hidden under some depression, some sadness. You've lost some good friends, some brothers, some fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, best friends. Some shit will never probably ever understand in the state, because it was so traumatic. But it made you who you are. I fucking love you. Because you watch, because you listen, because you observe, because you're here. You make a connection to things outside of yourself that are a disillusion to others. Rose-colored glasses. Your heads are in the clouds, but you are the future. Those of you that have those thought processes and still hold down a job, welcome to multidimensionality. Fuck them. Be free. Don't be oppressed by nobody else's fucking opinion of you, or even the opinions that you have that come and go. Let them flow. Be free to design and fucking form in a pattern. A pattern that's your own, that's intraceable, or that could have wormholes or patterns weaving through it. Be the creator that you are. Limitless. Sound and light, frequencies and waves, and food, repattern it. If it's shitty fucking Cheez-Its and you speak life over it with golden light and intelligence, that's what you'll get. I'm telling you, you're limitless. Alright guys, I love you from Idaho. Be good, be free, and don't let anybody conform your thoughts. Not one. Because what do you have left to lose? If you're on this path, you've already lost it all several times. Create. Don't lose, don't work for anybody else outside of creating. Because you can make this world magnificent and bring others along with you. Be the leader you're supposed to be. Truly limitless. Alright guys, I love you so much. Nothing left to lose, everything to gain. And you know what? Even if you ain't gaining, you still ain't losing. Perspective is everything. I love you, Constancy. Thank you so much for a beautiful donation. I love you guys. Thank you in every way you support the channel. If you want a personal raid from me, my email is angeldynasty33@gmail.com. All lowercase. You can find it in my description box. I love you guys. Good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Be brave, be fearless, and never fucking be oppressed by not a damn thing.